Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Oh, where you get them new Clarks, the doggy? Which colour that? Are you mad? Are you mad?
Really
Are you mad?
Yes.
Guys. No, I'm not finished. Pete. Pete, I have a real young man on the wing. And I also have Raheem Sterling.
Jeez.
It's great times. It's great times. What you gonna say?
By the way, just on a side note, Chelsea dropped the bag with the Clarks advert. Or Clarks dropped the bag with the Clarks tune. You know what I'm saying? It was there. It was prime and ready.
What do you mean?
Have you seen the Clarks advert of Raheem Sterling?
Yeah.
But they didn't play the Vibes Cartel. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give us the Clarks.
What's that got to do with Chelsea?
Sterling, Clarks, you're talking Sterling. I'm talking, he was busting a little dance hall. So I thought I'll bring it.
What's that got to do with Chelsea?
I said on a side note, innit? If it's not Chelsea, then so I'm saying Clarks. Clarks or Chelsea.
Clarks have signed Raheem Sterling. The connection is there. Like it's there, innit?
But they didn't even play the rhythm, is what I'm saying. You're not getting my point.
The rhythm is not for Sterling. The rhythm is for Cole Palmer, CP20. You already know. Wow. You already know who the real class where it is. But anyway,
I'm joined by Robinho, yeah? A Manchester United 3-point collector.
I was hoping that Adrian's going to be here at this time because I wanted to take the piss. But anyways, hold tight the 3-point collectors. Hold tight the 3-point collectors.
We can do it again when Adrian arrives. Adrian's coming. Adrian's on the way. So once Adrian gets here, we'll throw up the freeze again.
Yeah, when AD comes in, you throw up the freeze like that. We just go again.
Yeah.
We go again.
Yeah.
Yes, doggy.
Can I run through these comments? There's a lot of people waiting in the wings. Shout out everybody that's locked in already. You lot are legends. Abdi065 is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa. This is shameless guy. After a Man United victory.
Shameless guy. He said, hey, long time, lads. Just my boy Scotty Tuhoti, who I've supported from day one, popped up with a brace in Fergie time. Proper United boy. By the way, Eric Ten Hag has 3 more games before I pack it in. After a win, this guy was Eric Ten Hag's lawyer last season. Wow. Big up to see Abdi, though. It's glad to have you back, bro. Glad to have you back. David said, big up top 4. Everyone's blessed and had a good week, bro. I've been having a good week, and I hope it continues for you and me. Endo is in the building. He said, them man have fused BG in goal, We don't need to ask what team he's talking about.
I saw that. When they said he has fused ODG, I died, bruv. I said, nah. I was gone when I saw that comment. I was gone.
Baraka is in the building. He says, big up to the man there. And Baraka also says, back-to-back Premier League wins. Oscar, I forgot this feeling. Oh, what a feeling. What a feeling. Let's make it.
I got a feeling. You don't know. Where do we kick things off, guys?
We're not done. We are not done. Okay. Assad said Chelsea been like Drake. Then when's he coming back to back? Now bring on Arsenal. Let's go. Nathan the building says Chelsea still in a relation battle. Don't get it twisted.
Tell them.
He's also asked who's better, Ona or Almunia? What a question. What a question. Endo is we're going to dive right into the main topic. Endo says, FOP is extremely happy. Arsenal beat City at home and kept a clean sheet. That's what he was begging for. I know he's over the moon. Lola comes in and says, please, that Scott Brace was emotion of a fellow Scotsman paying tribute to Sir Alex Wyatt who passed. R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. And then Endo says, look at you in that dress. You murder everyone. What song is that?
It's a few songs. Oh, come on, Oscar. I thought he was a man of the.
I am, but I'm trying to remember that. I'm not reading it in the. First of all, PWG is like 10 years back. You're asking me to go, yeah.
To be fair,
that was a while ago. New Africa was a long time ago. The Fuse ODG era, yeah. I don't remember him saying, "Go, you murder everyone." I don't remember him saying that. But anyway. Nath says, question of the day. Pick any current attacker to beat a defender 1v1 to save your life. Who are you picking?
Martinelli. Flipping hell, man. Wow. That guy, he just runs at him. He runs at him. It's because do you know what? In fairness to Naif's question, like there's not many that players that do that anymore, do they? And
when he said it, I was
like you know,
am I allowed to say Leo Messi?
I mean, you can.
He's still there.
What? Rubinho? What? 2023 Messi to run out your defense?
He said current. He didn't say what type. He didn't say his peak. He's still playing.
Current
I think
attacker,
in the league, it's hard.
I mean, people, you know, those players that come off the bench, you know, like a Garnacho, where someone's not been running at a defender all night. He comes on the wing and then bomb. First thing he does, I'm gonna eat this guy because he's watched. Honestly, I love all of that because they've sat on the bench watching a winger not attack a defender, and their first mission when they get a moment to just be on the pitch, bang! I'm going straight for them. Oscar, any more comments before we get into the main event?
The mute settings.
I mean, the mute settings is mad. Still. I just thought, what you think I speak like?
I'm just sorting out my lighting. I'm muted because I was getting up and moving things. So I didn't want to make noise. But yes, there are a few more comments. I want to try and be quick. Nave says Pseudo DG had 2013 headlock. Had the streets in a headlock in 2013. Yes, he did. Endo says dangerous luck. We don't care about Fuso DG right now.
I do love Funky House though. Funky House.
Mine is Matoma. He take Matoma. Yeah, that's a fair shout. Nave says I hear Martinelli. Martinelli.
No, Oscar, he murks though. Let's not deny it. He murks.
Okay. Mirai says, good evening to the greatest football podcast to air on a Monday night when it's time to acknowledge that it's more than just a catchphrase. It's more than a brand. It's a movement. Hashtag champions elect.
Come on, let's get in there, my man. Let's get in there, Mirad. Huh? Beating the best team in the world, guys. Yeah, the best team on the planet. You know what I'm saying? We've gone there and done that, cuz. You know what I'm saying?
He also says credit where credit's due. From time, it is the title of the podcast. Royalties need to be paid.
Oscar, get that checkbook out. Get that Monzo. Get that Cash App. Whatever the hell you may use.
And you're sending 0.00 because ain't nobody paying.
Everyone needs to type. All of us need to type and pay.
I thought we were operating on a mates rates business, but clearly not.
Mates rates. When was the last time you used mates rates? That was back in what? 05?
I thought this was pro bono work. You know, I thought he was that's the catchphrase.
I was about to say, I was like, I have seen 0 pennies from this show so far. So
look, we need to get into it here. There's a question and labeled at your door, and I don't know if that's how you want to kick off, but it's here. Taha says, "Big up the people. Can I get a champions elect from Peter?"
In front of the millions of people watching at home on streaming this morning and this evening and this afternoon, I'm here to tell you, Mirad and the gang, Taha, the champions elector here. It is AFC. Come on.
Yeah, there's no going back from this moment.
Listen.
You said that Arsenal are the champions elect. That means you're telling me you're going to win the league. That's what you told me.
Listen, Ric Flair says to be the man, you've got to beat the man. And let me tell you something. After 12 years of getting beat home and away, blood, goal after goal, 2, 3, 4s, finally, not only do we keep a clean sheet, but we get 3 points.
Okay.
At the hands of the Arsenal FC. Big up to Gabriel Martinelli. Big up to Nathan Ake's face. We love it all, cuz. We love it all.
Interesting.
Clip.
You mentioned the clean sheets. David Raya kept a clean sheet against Manchester City. Do you know the last goalkeeper to keep a clean sheet against Manchester City?
You're damn right I know who it is.
Who was it?
David Ryan, ladies and gentlemen. Would you believe it?
Correct answers. 3 points. So my question is,
lucky.
Because he
was lucky.
Because he had lucky, was he adamant to just throw it away? We must concede today.
I tell you what. I tell you what, cuz that first half where the ball was just mucking about in the 6-yard box, yeah, and he's getting close, he's getting more press, yeah, he's getting more press than Jurgen Klopp. I was there thinking, come on, let's clear this ball out of the way, let's get it out of the way. But I have to say, yeah, Arsenal fans in the stadium, allow it, blood. You know, like we were getting a glimpse and a smell. I don't know if you could hear it through the TV. We were getting a smell and a glimpse of that toxic kind of atmosphere whenever a player is playing poorly. It came back. It was coming back. People were getting onto it, and I understand why. Obviously, everybody wants to win. We're all here for the same goal. But man, I cannot stand when our fans get on our players, because how the hell does that help? You know what I'm saying? And every time, the one when Julian Alvarez came over, and obviously it went to the side netting, it was like, this was bound to happen, because not only like you're not giving Raya the confidence, you know what I'm saying? When Ramsdale was making a few little things here and there, we were singing his name straight afterwards. You know what I'm saying? We weren't really getting on his back. Jorginho, when he messed up at Spurs, first thing that was done was we sang his name straight afterwards. It's one, and by the way, he had an outstanding performance, Lola. I want you to talk about J20, J20, yeah? I want you to talk about him. He had an outstanding performance on Sunday against Manchester City in the deep hole in midfield. Anyway, so, you know, I can't stand when that happens, because I was listening to the crowd and they were really getting on, really getting on Raya's back. And yes, Raya, look, you know, my nerves were very high, don't get me wrong, but like, and I get it, I get the frustration, but guys, you've got to back your players. You know what I'm saying? Getting onto him does not help, especially it's his first few games. He's had Spurs, he's had, you know, City, he's had obviously Champions Leagues, you know, so let him warm up.
I can understand if it was a few bad passes. That mistake where he let Bernardo Silva in, that was criminal behavior right there. That was crazy. Peter Cech did that. Peter Cech did that at the Emirates once, didn't it?
Cech did it against Man City. Yeah, when he went across goal. It went across goal onto the other side. No, they didn't score. No, they didn't score from it. But just like it was I remember it was Emery's first game. It was his debut against Man City at home, first game of the season. And man,
you got it straight away.
Yeah, boy. And then you know, so but anyway, the game
just on the right thing. Sorry, I know you want to move on, but just on the right thing coming from Lola. She says Raya doesn't have the benefit of the doubt. You come in as this big shot, you're not allowed a fresh pass. As far as I'm concerned, he hasn't done anything to say that he's better. And I don't even rate Ramsdale.
Okay, when I don't agree that he came in as this big shot. Listen, Mikel wanted Raya when he first walked through the door, yeah? And when we got Inaki Kana from Brentford, guess who his goalkeeper was? Friggin' David Raya. So Brentford's goalkeeping coach comes to Arsenal, and the first thing he says to Mikel, you better go and get David Raya. Wasn't available, okay? Wasn't available. Brentford were not budging, blah, blah, blah. And obviously they went and settled for Ramsdale, and I say settle like, you know, still a good goalkeeper and whatnot. And I think it's a case of, look, the opportunity came where like Ray is available. He's got 1 year left on the contract. You know what I'm saying? Like a cheeky loan, 3 million quid loan, 27 million. I think it's mandatory or option to buy it in the summer. So 30 million pound for the goalkeeper. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Cheaper than Ramsdale. So, you know, he's allowed a pass. When you're a player that comes to this club or comes to any team or any new club, let the man bed. Let the man iron a little bed sheet. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Let him get warm. If he's warm and he's still like having a mare, fair enough.
You know, Adrian says last time I saw Arsenal's keeper get Raya's hype, it was Ramsdale after his first few games. In fairness, I don't think Raya got much hype.
Yeah, if anything, it was quite a polarizing situation.
I don't think there was unanimous support, because I think Arsenal fans, there's a large section of Arsenal fans that had an affinity towards Ramsdale. So they didn't want to see this happen, really. But he came in, he took Ramsdale's spot, and, you know, he had a good game against Spurs. But other than that, what Lola's saying is true. He hasn't really shown that he's miles better than Ramsdale. We haven't seen that. So seems like, to me, it seems like you got two keepers on the same level. I don't really...
Listen, he's just arrived. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, he's had about 4 or 5 games now, but watch him over the course of a season. Bro, look what this guy was doing for Brentford. And I know people are going to say, oh, Brentford, they get bare shots at them and rare. But if you're still like the 4th best keeper statistically in the league, that's bloody impressive. Brentford don't finish 4th.
Keepers?
Of course I do.
When it comes to keepers, I'm strictly eye test. I can't lie.
Especially goalkeepers union, because at the end of the day, you got to look like. Remember when Pickford was at Sunderland? World beater, right? He was unbelievable, right? Now he's gone to Everton, and obviously people are like, really? Like, is he really England's number one? And obviously I stand by him. I think Pickford's a fantastic goalkeeper, right? By the eye test and the fact that look at his circumstances and his scenario. He's the bloody Everton captain right now, right? So, like, you know, he's gone leaps and bounds in his career. Ramsdale, again, was one of those, he never caught my eye when he was at, like, Bournemouth, Sheffield United, he never really caught my eye at all. I can't sit there and be like, and you know me, Oscar, I got an eye for goalkeepers. I talk about, you know, your Sam Johnstons and your frigging Nick Popes before they were even mainstream. Like, there are keepers I watch where I'm like, I like the cut of his jib. And Raya was definitely one of those last year, because the last 2 seasons he's been at Brentford, he's been phenomenal. And I think he's coming to Arsenal. It's another level, guys. It's another level. He's going up a gear. And guess what? It's going to take him some time to bed in. And he won't be outstanding off the jump. But I think over the course and distance, he'll prove to be a better goalkeeper than Ramsdale in goal.
Do you agree with Lola's point here? She says, if Raya is your guy and you're desperate to have him, then a free pass doesn't exist. I
don't agree. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree. Like, because she was saying even in the previous one, it's like, look, we can't, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, nah, cuz let the man breathe. Let a little iron, let him sort out the creases. It'll be all right. It'll be fine.
Iron, you know. I mean, well, the comments are not having, aside of saying he's Raya's glorified Kepa, Endo saying it's a Kepa Mendy situation.
Oh my God.
Aren't really up to it. Adrian saying, with regards to passing, playing out the back, and his overall key.
What's this comment before?
That was in response to him saying that Raya's hand was like.
Yeah. And everyone assumed, like, you know, what the best thing about Raya was the distribution. Even I'm hearing this about Onana, which I'll be honest with you, like, I haven't heard none of this stuff. So where all of it's coming from, they're saying, you know, the reason why this keeper was brought in because he can play out from the back and rare. And I was like, I never heard that about Onana. I never heard that about Raya, to be honest, right? Like, they're just goalkeepers, right?
Yeah, it's everyone's new thing that they like to say, because I think everybody said the same thing when we got Sanchez. It was like, oh yeah, Poch likes the way he plays out from the back. I'm like, I don't know if that's true. I think
they're lying. They're lying, bro.
Yeah.
It's one of those, you know, those kind of topical conversations in football. There's always one that's a popular one. Do you remember, like, the low block was like a real term for ages, or like, you know, the what was the press? There was a type of press that people used to talk about. There's certain nuances and languages in football that keeps getting thrown out.
Got me, It was the fluid 9, the false 9.
Come on.
Got on my nerves. Oh my goodness.
But
Pete, Murad raises a great point. We've spoken about the goalkeepers a little bit, but he's saying, look, I could care less about this conversation right now.
You don't know.
You
don't know. Listen.
That's what Murad is saying.
We beat Manchester City, guys. We were good value for money. Listen, a draw would have probably been a fair result. A 0-0, it looked like a 0-0, and it needed to take something a little bit wild, a little bit spectacular in order for there to be a breakthrough, right? Because it was a very, I've heard people call it a chess game. It was very cagey. It was very much like Mikel did not want to get his pants pulled down.
Let's call it a space. This match sucked. For the
neutral, do you know what's so funny? For the neutral, you know, obviously, I'm not a neutral in it, so obviously I don't know how it felt for you guys. Yeah. But me watching it, bro, I was chomping at every bit. I was at the edge of my seat of every play in the game.
I think let's call it a spade. The IMDb rating of this game, we're not getting above a 6. We're not getting above a 6. For the tacticos, they loved it. The tacticos loved it because the defense mechanism was fantastic. You could see what the managers were trying to do. The mid battle was interesting. But in terms of, you know, some of the classics we've seen, you know, the Manchester United 3-2 at the Emirates, last season 3-2 with Man City at the Emirates, even the Spurs game that just went by, the 2-2, some real slobber knockers. You know what I mean? This game left a lot to be desired.
This game was for the big meat of this world. You know what I'm saying? For the acquired taste. You know what I'm saying? For the caviar people. You know them way there. It was 2 teams, or at least one team having to match how great another team is. So in my opinion, I think there's 2 great teams, and City, guys, you got to understand, people don't understand this. Arsenal nullified City. No team has done that in how long? How many teams do you know where they keep City to a clean sheet? Even if you beat City, it's like a 2-1, a 3-2, or something like that. It's a manic game. You know, whatever happens, right? Because I think even their defeat to Wolves last week, it was still like, you know, Wolves obviously say again?
They're going to rain shots at your goal.
Yeah, they did. And we kept them down to like 5. You know what I'm saying? Overall, people forgot Haaland played until Saliba buoyed him off the pitch later in the game, right? There's, Julian Alvarez, who's normally quite dangerous, didn't really have a sniff at goal, to be fair. You know what I'm saying? They even brought on Doku. They were bringing on other players and trying to expand the game. They kept playing in the middle, and it fed to us because our back four was so narrow at the back. It was like, if you want to beat us, go out wide. Go out wide. We want no business in the middle here. And so it was one of them ones where, it was I want to big up Mikel because it was such a very, very well drilled. It looked like a drilled football match from Arsenal's point of view anyway. It was very much a case of, if we're going to beat City, rule number one, clean sheet. Yeah. And I don't know how many weeks ago I was saying on the pod, guys, give me a clean sheet at home for goodness sake. Give me something. And obviously, look, the final third, we weren't that great. Yeah, we weren't that great in the final third. And big up Baracco says, Chelsea kept a clean sheet in that Champions League final. Absolutely, you did, and that's in 2021. So we're going back 2 years from then. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about here. It's not often. I think you guys could probably agree. City did not deserve to win the game, and that's the biggest compliment I can give Arsenal. They were phenomenal. The back four and everything else, it was unbelievable in terms of. And the thing is, don't get me wrong, I'm enhancing this performance because obviously we won in the end. But even if it was at 0-0, I would still say, you know what, Arsenal went in there measured. They were not emotional. They took the game to City. They said, look, we're going to play football with you, and we're going to make sure we give you as little as a chance as possible. And Oscar, can I say one last thing? The number one thing about this game. And Arsenal in previous games, in previous seasons, and against Manchester City, we did not have a mistake in that game.
I mean, you did, but you didn't get punished by it.
I mean, we didn't really have a mistake as such. Like, say if the goal went in for one of those, like one of those rare passes out or whatever, or the closing down. Okay, you could say, do you know what? It's made a mistake, but it's not a mistake in the sense of it's like we've tried to play our way and we got caught. It's not like before where Tommy Yasu's gone and given an assist to De Bruyne, who's one-on-one with Ramsdale. You understand what I'm saying?
This happens,
or Jorginho literally giving it to Maddison in the middle of the park. It's not those kind of things. It's more so if we're going to play and get beat our way, I can stomach that. I can take that. But we were superb. We were to a man. All of them. They stood up. All of them stood up. And I said, you know what? Credit to Mikel. Credit to the training, especially after Lons on Tuesday.
I want to read some comments because there's some interesting discourse going on. Lola's talking about Arsenal in recent games have lost to City because of emotion and stupidity. They were better this time. They were smart. She said people wanted Arsenal to go balls to the wall, and then that's a wild statement, But then if we lost, we would have heard Arsenal are emotional. Crazy. Arsenal don't know how to control. Look, the question I want to put at you, Robin, is that I'm seeing a lot of people talk about City. For example, Endo says, did you really nullify City? I don't think they even tried. I'm seeing Caesar Sense say that City midfield was really, really poor. Sorry, I accidentally clicked off the comment. But there's people in the comments talking about Haaland. There's people in the comments talking about Foden. Do you think City turned up to the occasion? Is it Arsenal being a really, really good putting in a really good performance and beating City? Or are we looking at City here and saying, yo, you lot do your jobs as champions?
Two things can be true. Arsenal were very good. Arsenal, you can even say they were fantastic. They didn't, other than the Raya thing, their back four, sublime. The midfield was there. Their front line was just not killing and all that stuff. But you can doubt that because at the end of the day, they got the goal in the end. Yes, this was a massive deflection, but it was the difference. And guess what? They're top. They're joint top. So, however, in the last 3 games, we have seen City struggle ridiculously without Rodri, without KDB. Haaland is not scoring like he normally does. There seems to be a dysfunction in that midfield. So, am I raising alarms? Not really, because there's still a long way to go. But you can see, without the key pieces that you normally see with City, it is a very different City team. And will it be one that catapults further? We just have to wait and see. So I think two things can be true. I think Arsenal can be fantastic and City can be poor at the same time. And they just didn't do well.
Yeah, I mean, Oscar, I would say this. I don't think City were that poor. I think in the beginning, they were actually the team kind of on the up in the first 10 minutes. City looked the dangerous one. It looked like Arsenal were about to fold, and then Arsenal kind of got in themselves in the game. Jorginho gets a yellow card early doors, and you think, oh crap, he's on a yellow. He's our defensive midfielder. This could get a bit ugly. It could get ugly quick. But I think afterwards, Arsenal started to feel the game out. Do you know what I'm saying? I think City thought they would, City, they can win games in second gear, right? And obviously, I don't think they came to this game necessarily like trying to be, what's the word, like cocky or whatever. But they know how they know when to kill you, kind of thing. They can buy a game. They can let the game. I've seen many times, especially I think like against Chelsea, because Chelsea are quite one of the closest teams that gives City a chess match. And there'll be moments where one moment in the game hits, and all of a sudden De Bruyne is through 1-0 City, game over, or Jack Grealish, City, game over, 1-0, whatever. And it just seemed to me like City thought they would always get that opportunity. It never really came, but they could always rely on getting that opportunity. So I think Arsenal was superb. The only thing I would say is that it's just the forward line was the problem. If anybody played bad, it was the front three. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Eddie at home, I don't see why we play him up front at home. I'd rather have him up front in away games because he does do a good job. And he played well. But my striker, as David says, he wants his 9 to 9. Jesus on the wing, I can't stand it, Jesus on the 9. And what was frustrating, sorry, Oscar, what was very frustrating, we still thought we had Saka in the team because every ball went to the right-hand side where Jesus was, right? So Trossard got nothing on the left. And his first half performance, everybody was dissing Trossard. I said, are you guys watching the game? Every time we have the ball in midfield, it goes right. And then to find out, he gets subbed at halftime. Martinelli comes in. What's the first thing that happens? Ball goes straight out to Martinelli. Runs at the right back, runs at Kyle Walker and forces a save. First shot on target of the game, second half. You know what I'm saying? Straight away. And then all of a sudden, the crowd got up and it was like, oh my God, Martinelli just comes on and he runs. We're talking about attackers. Who would you want on a one-on-one to the earlier question? It's exactly why I thought of Martinelli because of just what I remembered yesterday. But yeah, we were sending the ball the other way. Trossard was not having a good game, not because he was poor. The ball did not come to him. Nobody was giving him the ball, and he was hugging the touchline. He hugged that white line the entire game to stretch the play. But Arsenal were good, and City were nullified. City weren't necessarily.
Adrian says Arsenal front line lacks pace. Nath also adds to that and says, I will still desperately need more pace in our front line. I think so that's a clear factor. But in all honesty, when I watched Arsenal in the big games this season, we're talking City, we're talking Tottenham. Have you faced United yet?
Yeah.
You faced United at the Emirates.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I've been largely unimpressed based on what I saw last season from Arsenal. I don't think it's necessarily the small games because you've dispatched of teams like Everton's, you're not in a Forest, I can't remember what other games you played.
Forest was cagey, to be fair, and so was Fulham at home. We drew 2-2. Away from home, we're flawless. Away from home, we're flawless. The home games is the question, and because of all the big games, we've been at home.
You had Forest won in the first half. I don't think there was
true, but it was 2-1. Once they scored, it got a bit ropey.
But my point is, where everybody is looking at, everybody's talking about City and the fact that they don't seem as good as they did last season. People have also labelled the same thing about Arsenal. And, obviously that performance in week in the Champions League added to that. I don't think Arsenal were great in this game. I think you benefited from the fact that City weren't great either. And it was just one of those ones where it was fairly even, but Arsenal edged it. And when you edge it, you have to win. And big up to them because they got the ball over the line. But let's be real. Ball over the line, even that wasn't necessarily a chance. Like I saw people going, oh, Havertz was amazing. I mean, come on, he laid it off for somebody outside the box. And he shot the ball into another player and it bobbled in. And all of a sudden, Havertz is the great creator.
Because when Havertz came on, to be fair, when Havertz came on, all of a sudden, it seemed like we were creating more chances just on the off. Not necessarily by him. No, but what I'm saying is, not necessarily by him, but as for example, every time we started having a lot more corners in that latter stage of the game, we started having balls that were just in that area more so. And I'm not saying he changed, because remember, we made 3 subs, okay? We responded to City's 3 subs. So we're talking Tomiyasu, we're talking Havertz, and I think it was, who was the other one? Partey. When they all 3 came on, all 3 of those, by the way, were in the move for the goal, including Martinelli, who was the other sub. So, like, when they all came on, it wasn't just Havertz, it was all three of them. When they came on, all of a sudden it looked like Arsenal had a better team with those guys on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but of course, Martinelli is a starter for Arsenal Football Club. Partey, when fit, is a starter for Arsenal Football Club. Tomiyasu is just a good player that added light into the team. So those things made you better. But I didn't look at that and say, oh, Arsenal are creating a lot more than they were 5 minutes ago. I looked at that and said, you've added more emphasis into the game, and it worked. But
I think Oscar as well, though, when they came on, it looked like we weren't losing this game by any means. It looked like we weren't going to lose that game anymore. So it's for them ones, for me, it's like
you were losing it when they weren't on.
No, what I'm saying is at any moment you could feel you could still get sucker punched by City, because City just need a moment and it can come. And if City went away 1-0, we would be waxing lyrical about City the same way we're probably talking about Arsenal, in terms of they bided their time, they waited, they were held on to that 0-0. They had people like friggin', what's my man's name? They had Rico Lewis in midfield, okay? And he held his own. He held his friggin' own. He held his freaking own there. So big up to him. Guardiola was doing his thing at left back as well. So it could have easily gone the other way. And we could be talking the same language with City when they brought on their 3 subs. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
I think if this game ended 0-0, no one will be saying that Arsenal should have won.
No, I'd say yeah. No, I totally agree with you. Like we just said, it needed a moment of like brilliance, madness, luck to get the 3 points over the line. And it came in our favor for once. So we'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah, very, very interesting. I mean, obviously, last week the show was pretty much dominated by refereeing decisions. This week, Peter, you touched on Jorginho getting an early yellow card.
Lord have
Mateo Kovacic, goodness me.
Hell, man.
An appalling challenge. Gets a yellow card for that appalling challenge, yeah? Then the headless chicken goes and does another stupid challenge, and the referee just goes, no yellow.
Does a Jota.
What are your thoughts? Robin, let's do Robin first. Robin, what are your thoughts on this situation? Because we talk about referees a lot.
I saw a leg breaker last week. Deserved red. All right. This cover should have seen red straight away. No questions asked.
First tackle.
No questions asked.
First tackle, red.
The first one was nasty, man. I'm not gonna lie.
No questions asked.
I can't lie.
I fail to see how this game can continue. And we talk about rules, we talk about continuity, and we talk about referees. When 2 weeks in a row, we saw a red card for the same challenge. Curtis Jones last week. The week before was Malo Gusto. We saw red cards being dished out for these challenges. Why on earth is Cover allowed to put his studs into my man's ankle, then get up and do it again? And he's staying on the pitch. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Do you
know what tops this off? Yeah, people know this already, but Michael Oliver, I mean, goodness gracious me, right? One of the worst referees we've got. What did my man do to Martinelli at Wolves away 2 seasons ago? Where Martinelli makes one challenge on the byline, then he makes a second challenge because he waves play on, makes a second challenge, and then, does a foul again. And then he gives him a yellow card for the earlier challenge. And then in the same move, another yellow card and sends him off. So you can't, you sort of thinking, how can you do this? The refereeing, by the way, across the Premier League, maybe it was just in London, across the Premier League was a disgrace, because we'll get to West Ham, Newcastle in a minute. But it was, the refereeing was god awful all over the planet. It was awful. And how Kovacic, made the second half, I don't know. I was gobsmacked. The first one, I must admit, yeah, I know Robin called it yellow. Certain people called it leg break and red. Sorry, certain people called it leg break and rare. But remember how I was with the Curtis Jones one. For me, it wasn't like he was going in rash. I can understand a yellow card for Curtis Jones. And the same vein, I can understand a yellow card for Kovacic. Honestly speaking, right? For me, I was like, it's not. Yeah, to me, it wasn't as reckless. And I want to keep that same energy. With what happened to Curtis Jones last week, I thought Jones shouldn't have been sent off personally. But I felt like Kovacic, you've seen them given, but I'm not spitting blood that he hasn't gone off. I was actually okay. The second one, I said, come on, ref, what are we doing? You know what I mean? What, because you don't want to send him off because he's already on a yellow card? Like, turn it in. Just freaking turn it.
Ruin integrity of the game.
Oh, but when it was Wolves away, he didn't mind it. He couldn't wait to get his frigging red card out. So I don't know what he's on about. It's scandal.
Yeah, Endo's talking about the PGMOL audio. We will get onto that when Adrian arrives. But goodness me, that's a segment. Lola says the second yellow wasn't given as a foul or a yellow card. I think it was given as a foul, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the ref gave a foul and no free kick.
He's making me doubt now. I remember Rice being down for time. And I think, to be fair to Lola, maybe the referee just stopped play because Rice was down. Does that make sense?
Nah, I remember that as soon as the challenge happened, he was doing that. Like the players rushed to him.
Yeah, he did that, but as in he doesn't give the foul. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe she saw something I didn't see, but I assumed it was a foul.
I was too busy being rattled by it.
A big up Lucky, he's in the building. He says, why are the referees so much worse this season? What's changed? I'll be honest, Lucky, I don't think the referees are worse this season. I think they've always been this bad. I think this podcast, we talk about refereeing decisions every single week. I can't remember a week where we didn't talk about it. I can't remember a season we didn't talk about it. So,
Oscar, I'm going to have to go with Lucky on this one. They are shocking. They are shocking. Oscar, we're watching decisions take place where people are getting, leg breakers in this game, in this football match, and they're not getting second yellows. You're waving them away. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember when Bruno Fernandes stood on a player's leg and got a penalty?
I remember that. Oscar, I've seen a referee give a penalty to Manchester United after the final whistle.
Listen, we'll discuss that.
Listen,
that is making an appearance in the show again.
To Lucky's question, did you watch London Stadium, guys? Honestly, it was a conspiracy what took place there. It was an unbelievable farce.
Nath has told you, when refs are admitting, we ignore the rules to help our mates.
Now, for real, Oscar, the referees are much worse. I'm sorry, they're much worse.
What he's talking about took place last season.
Sure.
What Nath was talking about took place last season.
Yeah,
guys.
And the thing is, what's funny with VAR? VAR is actually showing referees to be worse than what they were.
Of course, it's high because you can forgive a referee not seeing something in full speed.
Exactly.
Our minds actually rationalize and say, "Hold on, he's running. He's trying to keep up with the play. Something's happened. He's made a decision." Yep. We can understand mistake in that mode.
Absolutely.
But when we stop and look at slow motion footage, how are you still making mistakes? How?
Well, it's bent. That's why it's really bent, mate. There's actual conspiracy. Do you know them ones there? So I don't know.
Yeah. Nick seems to think he gave a foul, but then he waved his arms away. Murad said he waved his arms in rejection of the second yellow.
Okay. Yeah, I just remembered, I was still livid. I just remembered Rice going down, and I was like, he stayed down for ages, and I can't remember a free kick we had after that. I genuinely don't. But how he stayed on the pitch, Lord only knows, especially with the red cards that have been given, people are getting booked for asking for players to be booked. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing second yellows where they've dived and got sent off. I was gobsmacked at Bissouma's second yellow. Gobsmacked. Couldn't believe it happened. It would ever happen. But the referees are shocking. They're awful. They're awful at the end of the day, and they're too northern. Get some,
final point on this. Nate said, this season Chelsea versus Liverpool game where Mike Dean said he ignored the rules to help his mate. That wasn't Chelsea versus Liverpool. That was Chelsea versus Tottenham.
Chelsea Spurs last year cost Tuchel his job.
When Cucurella's hair got pulled in the 92nd minute, Spurs scored and the ref gave the goal. The VAR said we saw the hair pull, but we didn't want to pull him back because the fans were giving him a hard time. What? Are you mad?
What? Big games, Big games.
How have Arsenal had 3 consecutive big games at home? Second half of the season, you're done.
I know, that's the thing. I looked at the start of the season, but then I don't know, at the same time, it's like, here's what's important in title races. You've got to be part of the pack come February, March, April. Because it's all well and good saying, look, let's go to Old Trafford, say we get beat. Let's go to Etihad, we get beat. We go to friggin' Spurs, get beat, right? And all of a sudden, we're behind the 8 ball in October. You know the ones? And then we're having to chase.
Yeah, I would rather be, man. I think you saw it firsthand last season. You'd rather be in your hot streak coming into April, and you've got the crowd on your side as you're in the title race. You know what I mean? You want the atmosphere that Arsenal had on the weekend. You want that at the title race end of the season. You want an April. You want everything on it. Because last season, you guys had to go to the Etihad. You had to go to Anfield, and it's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it depends on your team. You know, like Man City, they're so good at chasing. Yeah, they can chase a team down to death. That's their strong point. I think when they're ahead and they're far ahead, they can get complacent. For Arsenal, I feel like if we're behind, chasing man is long. You know what I'm saying? And you guys know your teams well. You know whether United is better to be ahead or better to chase. And you know Chelsea, if you're better to be chased or or be the ones chasing. In my opinion, I think with Arsenal, because of the lack of experience we have up here, is that we would rather get the points in the bag and let you, man, come and catch us. And if you catch us, you deserve to win. You deserve to win the league. So, we lost the league by 5 points last year, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? For much of a capitulation we had, we lost it by 5. That's disheartening. But we did so well at the start of the season. And much of the start of the season, we were looked at as, bloody hell, who's catching Arsenal this year? Because we cleaned house before the World Cup. We were cleaning up teams, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
Lola says we only lost 2 Big 6 teams away last season, and one of them was odd because our first goal was chalked off. Who says the game can't run this year? What game? What was that with the goal?
United. How can you forget? We scored a perfectly normal goal.
Yeah, but I think you need momentum in the running. You need momentum in the running. Murad says, I'd rather be ahead now because I fancy my chances that City will drop further points before current change. Yeah, but I fancy the fact that Arsenal will drop points.
Listen, Oscar,
I think what's most impressive, sorry, Pete, what's most impressive is I don't think Arsenal have been at their best and you want unbeaten in the league. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the key point there that we need to take away because Mikel Arteta, I'm sure, is in agreement with me that Arsenal have not been at their best. And he's going to be on these guys, like telling them, yo, there's levels to rise. There's levels to rise. Because we've seen what Arsenal look like in full flow. I know Lola was saying earlier, Arsenal didn't win in the league last year. But that doesn't change the fact we know what it looks like when this team plays well. We know what it looks like when this team is unplayable. And there were some times where Arsenal were literally unplayable last season. This year, I don't really see that. I feel like Spurs could get something. I feel like United could get something. I feel like City could get something. So
you watch now, bro. I genuinely think, guys, we're watching like you're talking about that fluidity and talking about that flow that Arsenal can get into, guys. I'm telling you, yesterday's victory on the shoulders of these men this morning, everyone's got the chest out, like everyone is up there ready. They're ready to go because now they're like, look, we beat the best team in the world who haven't beaten in 13 games or 12 games. We've lost 12 games. Now we've gone and beaten them after they've been the treble winners. So they're definitely the best team in the world. And now it's time. Look, you watch Oscar. You watch who was it? Was it Assad? Watch the swagger Arsenal turn up to Stamford Bridge after the international break. Watch the swagger is going to be unreal. This morning, the players have realized, and as you said, we've not played our best yet. But our best performance was probably against Man City yesterday, right? Up there, at least up there with the PSV, maybe Everton victory. Now it's time to now actually kick on and say, fine, City, come catch us. Liverpool, come catch us. Let's move on.
I've been asked 2 questions in the comments. I'm going to answer them as quickly as I possibly can. Oscar, answer this without bias. Would you rather City without KDB or without Rodri? Now, it's a weird one because we have seen City win this league with KDB having a long injury. We've seen that happen before. However, the man that stepped up in that time and sort of tried to fill KDB's shoes was İlkay Gündoğan, who's also not there now. So that's an issue of itself. And it seems like, the Norwegian Don up top is not producing the goods without his creator behind him. And, at the beginning of the season, somebody in the comments, who was it in the comments? Balotelli. Balotelli told us Phil Foden needs to rise this year. And it was a bit of a debate. We're talking about how can he get in the team with KDB there. KDB's not doing more. Phil Foden needs to take that mantle. And the fact that City didn't, create any clear-cut chances, only have 4 shots, the lowest in the Premier League era for Pep Guardiola, that is a damning indictment on the creative performance of Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden.
I will say, can I add to that very quickly? I will say this. I think Phil Foden definitely needs to be held accountable, but I need people to understand what has taken place at the Emirates here. The only defensive midfielder left at Manchester City sat on the bench and did not come on once. I saw Rico Lewis in midfield. I saw Kovacic and Bernardo Silva in central midfield. Calvin Phillips needs to leave Manchester City in January. It's as simple as that. Because your positions that you just spoke about there, you know, the Gundogan's of this world, we're talking about Rodri, we're talking about this now. There is no way that Calvin Phillips is not playing football games at Manchester City. How can this be? How bad is he if he's not playing?
He makes the English squad. Making
the England squad is making the squad.
Rodri went down. He made the squad. He played against Wolves. He played against Newcastle United in the cup. And guess what? They lost. So Pep Guardiola said, "Let me change that." It's not like Calvin didn't get the opportunity. Calvin got the chance. But you know what?
I think before we have a conversation about Foden, we must dissect this poor transfer of Calvin Phillips. He's getting away with it. How much did they spend on Calvin Phillips?
He's not.
No, Oscar. Nobody
getting away with it. Pep or him?
Oscar. Nobody talks about Calvin Phillips. No one does. Who does? No one cares.
No one speaks about him when he's not playing. When he came to the side and they lost 2 in a row, everybody was talking about the missing, like how much they miss Rodri and what a performance Calvin Harris put in those 2 games. Now, I didn't watch the full footage of those 2 games, but I saw goals.
Man said Calvin Harris. Man said Calvin Harris. I said swear. I was dying.
I mean, that sums it up.
Yeah,
that sums it up.
That's the thing. So that when Rodri went down,
Rico Lewis, Oscar, was playing at the Emirates, blood. Like Rico Lewis, you know. And you know what? He held his weight, blood. He held himself up there. I'm sitting there. Look at the midfield, Oscar. They had you know the Alvarez of this world. They had friggin' Foden. They had bloody you know Lewis and Kovacic. And I'm sitting there like, really? I'm like, really? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bro, Caesar Sense, Pep has loudly declared how much he does not mind picking him.
He said he failed.
Yeah.
He said he failed.
Pep treated him like Glenn Hoddle treated Beckham.
You know when you leave Gal and he's like, it's not you, blood, it's me. You're such a liar. You know that was.
But Pep said it's you. Pep didn't even say that.
No, Pep said it. He said I failed him. Pep said I failed him.
Yeah, I know what
you know the ones.
Lola said, I think Phillips is a good player. Now he has a treble under his name. He should go to Villa or a Europa Conference club and actually play. Yeah, okay, that's a fair shout. And one last comment on the Arsenal before we move on. Mirage kindly asked me. I don't know why this question has been thrown at me, but he said, "Do you think that we're winning the league?"
Because he knows what I think.
My answer is no.
Oscar, who's winning the league this year?
Guys, only an idiot would bet against Pep Guardiola. We've seen him overturn deficits before, guys. We've seen it. So, you know, I'm waiting. Rodri's not a long-term injury where he's out for time. Rodri's suspended, right? He'll be back. Rodri will be back.
He's back. He's back next game.
He said so. I get their cards declined on dates. Wow. Who are those guys? We don't know. Yeah, I plead the fifth. Big up to her. So man, run for. What are we talking about? Adrian said Liverpool will win the league. Peter, where are we going next?
Let's go over to Old Trafford because there was finally a victory for Manchester United at home. And, you know, I felt like, listen, Sir Alex, you know what I'm saying, legend of the game, lost his wife, obviously, in the week. Yeah, and it was a classic. Like, if you want to, you know, the run it back type of Man United, you know, right at the death from the jaws of defeat, they steal the victory. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, what a time. And, of course, of all people to score the double, it had to be. And who sets up Scotty Tuhati second? It had to be Harry Maguire.
Before I let Robin, because obviously Robin's team is going to sound. I just have to let you man know. When I said I would take Scott McTominay up top, you man scoffed. You laughed because you didn't see the vision. Scott McTominay is a shooter. If anything, If anything this guy is good at, I don't know what else he's good at. I don't think he can pass. I don't think he can control the game. I don't even think he can tackle that good. I don't even think he covers space. I don't know why this guy exists as a midfielder. Whose idea that was is ludicrous to me. But Scotty too hot. He third man runs in the box, shooting heading. You mad? Give me Scott up top all day.
Oscar, cut him and he will bleed, mate. You see the passion. You see the run at the end of the 97th minute. Old Trafford.
I'm sorry, guys. As much as I hate Manchester United, I felt it in the veins.
Oh, in the veins. All of it was in the vein. Listen, Scotty. It was an emotional Oscar. Scotty. You know, I've been at Man United since I was 5. You know what I mean? He's got even a Mancunian accent.
He said I was watching the David Beckham documentary last night, and I just felt it in the face. He felt it. That's passion. That's what it is.
That's what we need. That's what this club has lacked. It's lacked people that will die and bleed. Yeah, cut him and he will bleed. They've lacked that at Manchester United. No one's putting in a harder shift than Scotty too hotty, by the way.
From the streets of the Wythenshawe. You don't get that from Peckham. Right? That's from Wythenshawe. You get me? That's where it is.
What's the other name? Scott McSauce. You know what I'm saying? McSauce.
I was gonna say, I know what Wythenshawe is. Do you know what Wythenshawe is?
I don't need to know. That's for them.
That's what I said. I was about to say.
Bruv, Scotty's too hot. He's a bouncer in Deansgate, bruv. Part time. You know them ones. Casual hours. He just does it for the love.
Shout out to Abdi, who's back in the building. He says McTominay is good. He's not a top 6. But, call him Scotty too hotty, by the way, lads. Yeah, bro, Scotty too hotty. Look, Adrian said, Oscar, saying Scotty 8 times don't make him good. Look, it don't make him good, but what he did made Man United get the 3 points this weekend.
Listen, Oscar, if there's one night, Robin, before you go, if there's one time, listen, if everyone across the world wanted a Man United victory, it is on the week of Sir Alex's wife passing. It had to be done in Fergie time. The script was written, the most emotional story probably since Munich. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that is what we're here for. This is what we come for.
Good night. I'll be real with you. If any other player scored, I would have been fuming. I would have been fuming.
100%.
But the fact that it was Scotty.
Oscar, I don't think you understand. I was like, raw, a proper red, like, you know what I'm saying? He's come out from the ashes.
He was assisted by the true Man United captain.
By the Man United captain.
The captaincy was his birthright. They took it from him. Man United captain.
What? Bruno's on a Jacob thing.
That's it from him. He's like a real Man United captain in his heart. Put his head on it.
That's a Scott McTominay's Esau. Robin, off you go, man.
Are you man done?
Oh my god. Oh, what a man. Scott McTominay. Huh? Give him his flowers. He's got more goals than Rashford this season. Give him his flowers. It's probably not true. I've just made that up. Go ahead, Rabina.
Right. So, this week on Manchester United, right? I saw an absolute capitulation in this week's Champions League, caused once again by my goalkeeper.
Oh, talk about it! Talk about it!
This week, I saw on the weekend a goal that could have been saved really once again. But the goal went in underneath the goalkeeper. We play normally for 20 minutes. Actually, really good football. We don't put the ball in. Big up to Scott Tominay. He did his thing. He got the goal. He got us the 3 points.
Did you call him Scott Tominay? You didn't even give him the muck.
Scott
You're
McTominay.
a disgrace. You're a disgrace.
Right? So, a lot of people ask me, like, why do I like to wind up Peter? 2 things. I don't like to see Arsenal fans happy. I don't like to see Arsenal fans happy. Not one bit. Especially Peter. And 2, because I've got a shower of God knows what happening at my club. But the final thing, and it's the one that boils me the most. I hate when Peter's right.
Oh,
I hate it.
I'm like Vince
Manda,
McMahon.
out of all of us on the podcast, I like to believe I have the most grace on people. I give a lot of grace on players. I give people time. I give people chances. Bro, this goalkeeper
Hi.
on a week-to-week basis is given highlight reels of howlers.
He is.
Yeah. On Wednesday, no, it's on Wednesday, on Tuesday, I said, you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough.
I didn't know.
I saw you last year. You made your team go to the Champions League final. I hear it. Fantastic saves against Vesey. But since you've come to this club, and I can forgive the front line that is in front of you because we only have one right wing, not right wing, one right back, and that's it. It's all makeshift. However, there are goals that are avoidable. And you are not avoiding them. Yeah, he needs to go. I'm saying it now.
Is it done?
It's done. And you know what's the worst thing? I don't even know who our second goalkeeper is.
Bro,
some
I saw
Turkish brother,
some guy on your bench. I saw some guy on your bench with a number one.
I don't even know.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, it's some guy.
I said, who's
It's
this?
some guy.
It's some guy. Like, he's a teenager. Like, he's a really young goalkeeper and all that
Is
stuff.
he?
So, yeah. We bought him this season for like 1 mil. Something like that.
Oh, you bought him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not from Withenshaw. If he's from Withenshaw, I say give him a run. Give him a run. Fair enough.
But it is a thing of like, what you call it? I've had enough. I've actually had enough. And this is the thing, like, people, Man United fans are actually calling for AFCON to come sooner. When has anyone said that? We want to lose players. That's an issue. When
Surely
we don't
that
have
means
any players.
Amrabat as well, though. No.
Amrabat's gone too. But Amrabat is the first time that he's played in the middle of the park, and it's actually been all right. I have other questions. Yeah, no, like, honestly, I feel like my heart rate is done.
Yeah, to be fair, if Robin is the barometer when you know it's peak at Manchester United, if Robin is saying we are done, yeah, especially with what the agendas have been on here, for sure.
They're saying Giroud's a better keeper. That's what they're saying.
Did you see the save that you had this week?
I'll tell you what, Olivier stepped to the plate. I'll tell you who's not that guy, though. Christian Pulisic tried to be the goalkeeper. Did you see it?
No.
You see what shenanigans? Pulisic tried to get the gloves. Pioli said, what are you doing? Get away from this shirt. Give the gloves to freaking Olivier. Hilarious.
I didn't see that. He's like 5'4". Where's he trying to go?
I lie. Honestly, Pioli came on the pitch and said, what are you doing? Move. Go score the winner.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Nave said, if you're a starting goalkeeper and you don't wear number one, it's a howler. That's a fact.
It's a howler. It's a howler.
That's a fact. When has it ever turned out well?
I hate it with a passion.
Well, his superstition was that he wore the number one once at Ajax and he had a howler that season. That's why he went back to 23.
So
24.
The howlers come when he wears number one. Okay. So what would happen if he wore number one? Because I've seen 100 howlers.
How much more do you get?
How much more could we see?
No, but you know what? Besides the two goals, obviously that happened for Man United, Robin. Were you sort of, it's the 90th minute, it's 1-0 to Brentford. Like, what are you doing in this moment? Like, where were you? What was your emotions?
Where was I?
Yeah, like what was happening? Like, when you're seeing this?
I was sitting in a bar in Austria. So,
yo, Man United has sent Robin to Vienna, blood, for a pint on the piss.
Robin, what they got on tap over there?
Yeah. The beer is wonderful. We'll talk offline. There's bear. There's bear.
We'll talk offline. Okay.
There's bear.
What's on tap, lad?
Am I making a trick?
The thing is, I don't even want to say the names because I might say something racist. I don't even know. So I'm not even going to say.
Let's move on.
Hey.
But yeah. What do you call it? Yeah. It's a madness. It is an absolute madness what's happened. In terms of, like I said, Scott McTominay, we only got to 2-1. And even he got the offside goal. So Scott McTominay actually scored 3 goals in 3 minutes. Something you don't even see every day. what can I say? No, it was just literally when the game against Galatasaray ended, I was just fuming because that was a game we should have won, and the pass that caused Casemiro to actually have to tackle the last man and get the red card, and it just made us capitulate. There was no need to do any of that. There was absolutely no need. The game was won. The game didn't have, but we literally gave Galatasaray their first win away since 2015. Why? They're not good. They were never good. There was not
the
one
Wilf,
part of it.
Robin, the Wilf, though. Come on, the Wilf.
Dallo had a bad game. But you're missing. That's the kind of game you need Aaron Wan-Bissaka for. But he's out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you not seen that video that it went viral on Twitter where there's a balloon and the guy's waiting for it to drop and he does an overhead kick and he misses the balloon. That's what happened when Zaha was waiting for that ball to fall. The ball was coming for time. Dallo is just getting bullied. Zaha kicks it to the ground. It bounced over. What's going on at your club?
It was comedy. Nah,
guys,
Oscar, you know what it is? It was written in the stars. This game, this game. If I you could see it before it was coming. Man United at home to Galatasaray. This is a recipe for disaster because Galatasaray are a shambles, right? There's not much going on with them. Calling him Casamigos is hilarious.
Casamigos is hilarious.
Speaking on him, like last year, fantastic. Yeah. This year, the brother is tired. And I don't know if it's old age.
He's your top goal scorer and he's got nothing around him. Poor guy, man.
He's tired, he's out of breath. But then there's been games where he's not contributing anymore. And even when he was facing against Brentford, like there was a reason why after the post game, Ten Hag said why they asked him why did you pull Casemiro off? Ten Hag's response was like, I need to see more football. Wow. Like it was like we like you. We do. Actually, we love you because you were fantastic last season. But he needs either A, we're starting to see the decline, or B, he needs to hold it and sit down and rest. Because literally, when it was Amrabat and Eriksen, it was a much more composed midfield. So it's just one of those two.
When he got that sending off at Galatasaray and he just got up and walked, didn't even argue.
It was because he knew what the calamitous mistake was. It was.
The thing is, his mistake obviously was caused by a hospital pass from Onana, right? So it's one of them where he's like, look at the shower of crap I'm in. Look at me. What am I doing, bro? Slide tackling from behind in the penalty area. Like, where have I come to? And we're 2-1 up. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, it's just a mad thing. And Icardi's finish. By the way, Icardi's finish, yeah. It wasn't like, oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? He sat the keeper down, then lobbed him. Brother, Nana went on his knees like Almunia, bro. The guy went down, and then he just lifted the ball over his head. I said, Maro, man.
First of all, like, cover the whole situation with him, yeah?
Yeah.
He made a foul. He caught live, and he did it again. Yeah? That's what happened with Manchester United. Because Onana gave away the penalty. Icardi missed. He caught live. And then said, yeah, come again. How did he have another chance? To be thrown goal number one and then to break it over while you're on the floor? That's disgraceful. And Peter, I know the internet announcer in you had a bit of jealousy when you heard the Galatasaray fans. Oh, come on,
mate! Did I? Icardi. Maro, are you dumb? Oh,
feels, man. Pete, load spot. You need to go Turkey, load spot.
Well, a quick Turk. Thing is, yeah, watch the game when United have to go to the Stadium of Hell. Watch when the goal goes in there and hear the announcer there.
What?
It's actually called Stadium of Hell.
Yeah, it's called the Stadium of Hell. Literally, welcome to hell is what they have when they walk up.
It's on their seats. It's on their seats. But anyways, back to the Premier League. Like, yes, we got the 3 points. I'm happy about that. Because at the game, we just need points and we need our players back. But the week's done and it's international break. I actually don't want to talk about them anymore, if I'm very honest.
Robin, will Manchester United make the Champions League next season?
No. And it hurts me to say that.
Wow.
But
in October,
because the way that we are constantly letting goals in, and it's not even like goals that are like, you know what, fair enough. The striker's had a better. These are avoidable goals, leaking goals, just constantly. And until that is resolved, or until we have like a palatable midfield, like what I saw in the second half, I want that going forward. Like, just put Eriksen and Aaron back there just for now, because we need to control. Man United can't control the ball. When we score, we lose our minds. When we concede, we lose our minds. It's like, can we just have a good 60 to 90 minutes? I'm not even asking for a full match, because it's even 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes, and then we lose our heads, by the way, in the last few games.
Yeah.
So, can we just have a good game of football?
Can I run down your next 7 in the league? After the international break, you're away on a Saturday, 8 o'clock kickoff. You're away to Sheffield United. 3:30 on a Sunday, you're at home to Man City. You're then 12:30. I mean, Man United are on TV like every week. Then you're away at Fulham, 12:30. Home to Luton, 3 o'clock. I think these games haven't been decided yet. But yeah, home to Luton, away to Everton, away to Newcastle, home to Chelsea. Those are your next 7.
Chelsea match.
How many matches is that?
7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'd say 16 out of 21.
16 out of 21. Wow.
That's a
lot. That's a bloody good return.
That is expected. Will it happen? I don't know. There's a lot of games I expect. Yeah.
It's definitely doable. Like, for those of you that were calling for the sack and all this and that, I'll be honest, I don't think it's coming. I think Manchester United have enough to get wins out of that run.
I must admit, Oscar, no, I think you're underestimating this. 16 points from the teams I've just listed that they're playing against.
I just said that's not happening. 16.
No, but you're saying that you're saying, like, you know, in regards to, like, if you're calling for the manager to be gone,
they'll beat Fulham and they'll beat Luton. And you know how the trajectory goes. It goes, lose, you're in the bottom, about to get sacked. Then you win one, you're up. So right now they've won. He's on the up. I think they'll win. What's their next game? Sheffield
United away. Yeah.
I think they might squeeze the win there. They're up. They lose to City, back down to reality. But then they win. Like, it's going to be a yo-yo thing, isn't it? It's not going to be.
Or they beat City at home, but then lose to Fulham away.
They're not beating City.
Which is also possible.
Oscar, at Old Trafford, City seem to get pumped up there.
It's impossible.
Anyway, we'll see. We have to wait and see.
Any more on United? I don't think Ten Hag is getting sacked. If people are calling it, I don't think that we're not at that point. But like I said last week, I said
we're close. Concerned. If we're not there already, we're close.
I'm concerned, is what I said.
What I would say is, you know, if Stormzy getting Maya Jama back has shown us anything, we didn't believe in that. We can believe in reclaiming his place.
Oscar, what does Stormzy do to you?
I'm saying like, he lost something that was once, you know, he once called his. He lost it. Maguire lost his place in the Manchester United team. They've both got it back, and I'm happy for them both.
So what? Maya Jama's back with Storms?
Yeah, man.
Did you not see the sign where you wait at the airport saying "Welcome home"?
Oh God. I swear he's got like a hashtag Murky FC now thing as well. Anyway,
yeah, man, big up Stormzy.
Yeah, big up Stormzy, man. All right. Anything else?
Are we mad for saying that United get a point versus United? You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific. Yeah? He meant Sheffield United.
I think Sheffield United will get 3 points after the international break. I'm not even joking. You fill up my senses.
I think you have a lot of hope on Sheffield United because where are they at the moment? Have they won yet?
Assad, pick yourself up off the floor.
I don't think Sheffield have won a game yet. So that's why I'm just like,
Yeah, no, you'll win that. But Assad says Man United always they always find a way to get out of the mud. It never gets Chelsea level bad for them. So annoying. Pick yourself up off the floor, Assad, right? We've had one season where we finished in depths in the mire. All right, we'll back up, man. Don't worry about it.
Question, yeah. We'll go to Chelsea very briefly, but Bournemouth and Sheffield United are the only teams I haven't won a game this season. Wait there.
We talked about last week.
This guy Endo, man.
Yeah.
This guy's not
By the way, I was
gonna
just saying that what's it called? Yeah, Bournemouth and Sheffield United haven't won a game yet. I remember who said the Bournemouth manager will be sacked first this season. I'm trying to remember who said that. Oh yeah, that's right. That's friggin' right.
I swear, but you say I don't have faith in Arsenal when I predict them to win the league.
Did you predict them to win the league?
I predicted them to win the league.
This year?
This year.
Yeah. Interesting.
Like I said, I'm all about. I'm just a fisherman. I love just annoying you. That is all.
Listen,
hey, that Basham injury was mad. First of all, being called Basham is all
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then Endo said, "I love Oscar. He can take it." That's another why. Yeah, let's just chill out. Yeah, let's just chill out. Let's just chill out.
Right, let's go to Turf Moor, ladies and gents, because the Chelsea got 3 points. Oscar. I mean, it looked like after what looked like a shaky start, a bit like at Old Trafford. You kind of came out the other end and took all 3 points. Comprehensive victory in the end. Talk to me, man. What is Cole Palmer your captain, leader, legend?
Look, yeah.
Man's taking the penalties. Flipping out, man.
Look, yeah. Chelsea are finding their feet in it. They're finding their feet. They're learning who the players are and how to play alongside them. Cole Palmer has been a breath of fresh air coming into Chelsea, creating more chances than Odegaard this season. But look, when he's got into the team,
stop right there. Say that again.
He's created more big chances than Odegaard this season. But look, that's not
true. Hang on. Is that including like pre-season and them thing there? Because there's no way that's true.
Why would it be pre-season? Why would it be pre-season?
There's no way that's true.
I'm talking King Charles, his Premier League, yeah? The English Premier League, as they call it abroad, yeah? Cole Palmer has created more chances this season than Martin Odegaard.
Holy smokes.
Well, actually, that was the case before yesterday. I don't know if that's changed now.
I mean, we didn't create a chance, did we? So let's have it right. But yeah, I mean, wow. If that is the case, that's concerning to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me just pull up so I can confirm what I'm saying is correct. Yeah,
pull up.
I don't wanna be. I've got Ashley Cole here, not Cole Palmer. Never mind. Let's continue to the game. Let's continue to the game.
Ashley Cole's got more creative chances in his career than Odegaard. Well, yeah, duh. Anyway.
No, because it was Palmer that I definitely saw the stat about this week. Lola says Palmer has been a baller, so he let go of a baller. Personally, when he was at City, I knew him as a shooter. I thought this guy, whenever he gets a sight of goal, he claps one, and he scored a couple from outside the box for them. Shout out the man that's just arrived down the wing.
Hey, they got the 3-point gang.
Big up, shout out to everybody 3 points this weekend.
Stick your hands up for the 3 points. You know what I'm saying?
Israel 3-point collectors always.
Yeah. We'll get to your team later. Don't worry about that, cuz.
Please. Crazy, man. Please. Shout out to all the teams that McTominay scored more than this weekend. You get me? But when it comes to Chelsea, obviously a defensive lapse in concentration. We're 1-0 down in the first half. Poor from Chelsea all around. Cucurella got absolutely burnt by this guy called Odegaard. I've never heard of him before. But he gave Cucurella the business. And then again, they had a chance right after that where he burnt Cucurella again. And you're thinking, whoa, this is the Chelsea that we were seeing at the beginning of the season, just looking hopeless. Picked themselves up, pulled themselves up by the bootstraps. Shout out to Raheem Sterling because he really carried this team forward, man. He got himself a goal. He got himself an assist. He got the push. Like he forced an own, basically. He forced an own goal out of nothing. So Raheem doing his thing. Assad says Raheem Sterling is humbling me. Every time I think he's done, he pulls a rabbit out of the hat. Hope he keeps it up for Arsenal. Look, my thing for Raheem is this: you are our best attacker. Well, that's what you should be. Like there should be no one else in our team that has more confidence than you. There should be no one else in our team that has the chest to say I'm better than you. Nobody in our team, for example, should be taking penalties from you. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. You should be the main man at Chelsea. He said it in an interview. He said, I'm going to be top scorer for Chelsea this season. So do it. So the fact that he's turned up against Luton, newly promoted side. The fact that he's turned up against Burnley, newly promoted side. These are great. But I need to see you every week like I see Saka most weeks. You know what I mean? Like I see Son most weeks. Like I see Salah most weeks. Because he's supposed to be that player for us. So I'm not going to jump on the, oh yeah, Sterling was great. But similar to what Lola's saying, Sterling still not getting a call up. I think Sterling has an axe to grind. And whenever he doesn't get a call up, the next game he balls out to show Southgate what he's on. So how about you show Southgate what you're on continually?
It looks like he'll get it. It looks like he'll get it with the Saka withdrawal, innit? So looks like he'll get it.
Nah, man, I don't think he's on that. I think he's already booked a flight. I think he's already out.
Them ones there. I can't believe he's only 28. Flip me, man. He's played forever.
Yeah, man.
He's 28 years old.
His name's been out there since he was like 14.
You know?
Tearing it out for QPR. Yeah,
it's unreal.
Assad says, Oscar, you clock how they've gone silent on my boy Caicedo. Absolutely fantastic. Already my favorite. Look, he's a beast, man. It's glad that he got up to speed because that first game he was very, very shaky and everybody had to make noise about it because it cost so much money. You know, all we're gonna hear from Chelsea this season is money, the money we spent. You know, I was listening to the Gary Neville podcast and the guy was like a load of nonsense about Chelsea, saying, oh, you know, they spent $1 billion. Oh, they still need a centre back. They still need. I'm like, guys, you guys are not even paying attention to what's going on at Chelsea. For you to come out of your mouth and say we need a centre back, you're just focusing on money. You're not focusing on what the issues are at hand at the club. So yeah, that's just frustrating to listen to.
I'm not so sure about that comment, Oscar. Like, if Chelsea still need to buy players, that's a problem.
Do Chelsea need a centre back?
Yes.
Explain that one to me. Explain that one to me.
Hang on. You don't think Chelsea need a centre back?
Explain to me why we need a centre back.
Because one of them is about 39.
I don't think it's
one of them is 39, and the other one is very injury prone in Fofana. So really and truly, Chelsea. Okay, you got Badiashile, you've got Colwill.
Who else?
And you got Colwill.
Who else?
Don't know anyone else after that.
You got Axel Disasi, who was just called up to the French squad. Who else?
Yeah, these players are not the creme de la creme for Chelsea. Not being funny. Not being funny.
I disagree.
No, don't worry. You stay out of Europe. That's fine. You stay out of Europe.
You're talking about two centre backs in Sassi and Badiashile who have both played in Europe, who have both been called up to French international boards. I'm sorry, these are top centre backs. Levi Colwill is one of the best English centre backs.
I would say top.
Are Chelsea playing Champions League football this season?
But that's not to do with Disasi and Levi Colwill. So what are we doing?
No, I'm asking. The players obviously are not necessarily. It's not finished, isn't it? The article at Chelsea is not finished. Everyone knows that, and the fact that you're still having to buy players is the whole point of that comment. The point I'm saying is Chelsea spending $1 billion and they still need to spend more money.
Assessing the situation at Chelsea, you would know that centre back is not the area where Chelsea need to purchase anything. Chelsea have first team centre backs that are good enough, and we also have backup centre backs. We also have young centre backs.
Good enough for what exactly? Good enough for what then? What's the ambition then? Good enough for what? Where are we talking?
Good enough to get us in the top four. If you look at Chelsea's defense look at Chelsea's defense last season. Chelsea's defense last season was not under the 4th best defense in the league, but we finished 12th. Explain that to me. Look at the goals that we conceded in the league. It's this, Chelsea don't have an issue with defending.
I'm not saying you have an issue with defending. It's not a top 4 side. It's not a top 4 back 4.
Of course it is. It's one of the we've got one of the best back 4s in the league.
Who's back 4 you better than?
We're better than Spurs. We're better than United.
Well, Spurs and United ain't making the top 4, so go on.
Yeah, we've got a good back 4, man. I don't really understand. It's a pointless conversation.
Your back 4. No, my point is this: your back 4 is not better than City's. It's not better than Arsenal's. It's not better than Newcastle's. It's not better than Liverpool's. So that's not in the top 4, is it? That's what I'm saying to you. It's not a top 4 side.
Our back 4 conceded less goals than Liverpool.
Okay, I understand that. Well, guess what though? You didn't finish in the top 4, and again, your back 4 is not better.
What are we doing?
I'm just saying your back 4 is not better than top 4 teams.
Nah, Pete, that's nonsense. It's a nonsense point.
But I've named 4 teams, and you can't deny.
I'm with Oscar. Like, in fairness to them, they've gone and signed like Wesley Fofana as one of the most highly sought after young defenders in the planet.
Chelsea?
Colwell's come with a big reputation as well. As is Badiashile. Disasi, whilst I don't think he's top notch, he's a solid centre half who will add good solid cover. So I think Oscar's well within his rights to say, well,
they're not
we've got half decent centre halves. We do.
They're not bad players. They're not bad players by any stretch of the imagination. Let's be very clear on that.
They're all younger. Well, the large bulk of them are young as well.
Exactly, and that's part of it. But that's part of it, isn't it? Until they're seasoned and matured, we can talk about them in this conversation.
But now, we can talk about the whole Chelsea squad in that vein.
I mean, how long you got?
I feel like we're going into something that's completely unnecessary.
I just feel like you bit, and I felt like there wasn't necessarily much to bite on that comment that Neville said.
Of course there was. Gary Neville came out and said Chelsea need backup for Thiago Silva when he gets injured. That is complete nonsense. Thiago Silva is not our starting centre back when everybody's fit. He's not. So like. I'm sorry.
What is it? And I know obviously you don't play necessarily back 4, do you? Isn't it? Yours is a bit separate.
We have been recently.
So what is the? Everyone's fit. Everyone's 100% seasoned, ready to go. What's the back 4?
Let me just find out the equation, because he would be one of the ones, yeah. But Fofana is always injured, so let me just remove.
No, but like, even if he's in fairness, like if he's fit, you know, he's your player. So if he's fit, put him in.
If he's fit, Fofana starts as right centre back. Badiashile is left centre back. But because Fofana's injuries are long-term injuries, I'm removing him. Badiashile's injury is not a long-term injury. Neither is Trevor Chalobah. So in terms of fit players, we've got a large amount of fit centre backs. I don't understand why we're nitpicking it. Chelsea, if Chelsea don't make top 4, it will not be because of goals conceded. I promise you that.
That's what nobody's saying here. No one has said that. No one came anywhere close to that.
Then?
I just said your back 4 isn't the 4th best back 4 in the league. It doesn't make the top 4.
Okay, fine.
That's what I said.
My point is this: when Gary Neville is going on podcasts, he's coming out and he's saying Chelsea have spent £1 billion, but they still need a new centre half.
So so wait, Oscar. If you're a team, well, I think if you're challenging for the top 4, as you said, the ambition is, I think you do need a better quality centre half for now.
No, look, aside saying statistically the second best defence, by the way, and we're 11th.
Okay, that's not what we did. Listen, it doesn't matter. Listen, De Gea got the Golden Glove last year. That doesn't mean that necessarily he's the number 1 goalkeeper that should be for Manchester United. Correct?
No.
Exactly. So my point is, we can nitpick stats and put them here and start moving them around like this. But the fact of the matter is this: when you look at the top 4 teams, they've got better defenders and a better defensive line, better back 4 than Chelsea. That's all.
I think it's marginal. Like we're picking at straws here.
2 and 1 are 2 different things. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, one is on the other side and one's on the other side. You can call it marginal all you want.
Look, I think it's a ridiculous point to bring up when we're talking Chelsea. I just do. Chelsea.
I'm surprised you bit. I'm just confused why.
It's not about biting. It's about debt. Like how it's silly. It's silly.
No, but like, in fairness to Neville, he's right. If Chelsea want to be a top side, one of the positions they need to buy is a centre half.
We don't need to buy any more centre halves. Okay. Chelsea now, this in January, in the summer, in the January after, Chelsea do not need to buy a centre half. I assure you of that.
You won't be on the top 4. That's fine.
If we want to win the league again, it's these centre backs that we have now that are going to take us there. We don't need to.
That's fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Listen, we've got players at Hayland that might become Arsenal greats. I understand your point. I get what you're saying.
No, are they France internationals? Are they England internationals?
Wait there, France internationals. I'm sorry. Who's the French international there?
No, the centre back pool is deep.
Disasi has played.
No, the core is deep, but I'm saying Badiashile is not going to start any Euros next season.
That's not the point.
It is the point. It is the point because you can't just say he's a French international. Okay, that's just freaking ridiculous. It's just ludicrous. Like it's not even like because they're internationals, it means this, that, and the other. Get to the context of it.
You brought up Hayland, like I'm just saying any kid from, like I'm talking about Bashir Humphreys from. I'm not talking about Bashir Humphreys. I'm talking about good quality centre backs. Come on, bro.
No, I'm not saying they're bad. Listen, they are good. They are good season. They're good. What's it called? Good centre halves. Chelsea have got a good defense. They clearly do, right? They clearly do have a good centre half. But what my understanding of what Gary was saying was purely on the basis that, look, Chelsea, when we're talking about Chelsea, we're not talking about a team that's trying to make Europe. We're not talking about a team that's trying to get the top 4. We're talking about Chelsea. Seasoned winners, people that win. They don't go 2 years without winning something, even in the mire. And then they spent $1 billion, and they still need to buy players. That's where we are.
We don't need to buy a centre half. That's the point I'm making to you. And that's the point. Gary Neville, in the same sentence, said Chelsea need a striker. I never disagreed with that point because it made sense. I think people are just looking at the situation from afar and going, "Oh, they don't have the best defense, so let's buy a load of defenders." No.
So so why is Nick Jackson different to Badiashile, for example? Both young.
I think Nick, we've already seen this season Nick Jackson's deficiencies and how it's let us down and cost us points.
But he's young, no?
Yeah, he is. But we're relying on him. We're relying on him.
I hear that. You're relying on Badiashile, who's not fit. So,
okay, but after Badiashile, we've got Disasi, who was called up to the French national squad, and Thiago Silva, who's a legend of the game. Why are we sitting here talking about centre backs? I don't get it.
And Endo, you're correct, by the way.
What did Endo say? Peter enjoys arguing for the sake of it. I can't believe we wasted 5 minutes.
No. Do you know what it is? Listen, fine, fair enough. It went on a tangent. All it was is I got what Neville was saying. I don't think he said anything wrong there. I get what he's saying. Depending on what Chelsea's ambition is. If we're talking about Chelsea right now, here and now, they've got a great defense. They can do what they wish with these players. But Chelsea, we know, are here to win the Premier League title. They're not here to just make up the numbers.
I definitely hear you on left backs. I'd even hear you on right backs. As much as I rate Rich James, we know his issues. I even hear you on right backs. Yeah. But centre backs, that is the one. But goalkeeper, centre midfield, striker, winger. We can have deep conversations about all these positions. Centre backs, we're covered, bro.
No, I feel like all of the above is true. Chelsea needs a stalwart in most of those positions. Centre half, a centre half would definitely add and make a difference to that. If you had the Van Dijk caliber type of player, or Van Dijk at least in the heyday type of player, a Saliba type of player, Chelsea would go up even higher. They'll go up higher even what they have now. They might keep less clean sheets, who knows? But they will go up higher as a team. Anyway, shall we talk about the game?
Yeah. Oh, look, only one team in the league has conceded less goals than us. Sorry, 2 teams. Arsenal and City are the only teams that conceded less goals than us this season.
What's the common denominator there then? Not to spice you up, but what's the common denominator there then?
Common denominator?
Yeah. Arsenal and City have world-class centre halves.
I don't think that's the case.
Who doesn't?
I don't think Ake is a world-class centre half. I don't think Gabriel's a world-class centre half. What I think is you've got a great system and you've got great managers that have put things in place so that those guys are protected and the other world-class centre halves can shine within that system. That's what I think. And I think once Chelsea have that system around them, the centre backs that you're seeing right now will prove themselves to be of that level. And I'm guaranteeing you.
So you mean a Saliba or a Ruben Diaz? Is that what you mean?
I'm saying Benoit Badiashile will be of that level. I'm saying Levi Colwill will be of that level once they are given the opportunity to shine in a system like that. I promise you that. Those 2 guys, I believe in them.
Anyway, we're not talking about belief. I'm just saying, who is it now? Who is it?
Who is it? At the beginning of last season, or the season before, I told people to believe in Saliba before Mandem wanted to believe. So now you're bringing him to me as a world-class centre-back.
No, I'm just sorry. What did I not believe in Saliba? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, I'm saying that's how I see things. I'm just saying that's how I see it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Nath says Colwell and Silva don't start for Arsenal. I don't know, man.
They don't. It's not a debate. They don't.
I think that's very easy to say right now.
Why is it easy to say?
It's easy to say in 6 months too.
No, I think Levi Colwill gives Gabriel a run for his money, and so does Thiago Silva.
I hate the disrespect Gabriel gets. It's a
Peter talk on that, man.
You know my thoughts already on this because that's where me and David part ties here because it pisses me off when we talk about
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
David in a lot of ways.
Like he's the friggin' rhinoceros centre half. It's because Saliba's the Rolls Royce. Everyone has a hard on about him. But when it comes to the rhinoceros that is Gabriel, who does nothing but mop and sweep every friggin' danger. Look at his clearance yesterday against Man City when City could have equalised with Erling Haaland. Don't come to me about this. Gabriel is class, blood. Class.
Okay.
Anyways,
I hear what you're saying, but all I'm saying is this: after international break, Benoit Badiashile will be back in that team, and you'll see who he is.
Gabriel Jesus, blood. Don't watch that, cuz.
Hey.
We'll go up against him.
Can I talk about Chelsea for a moment? We played really well on the weekend. We turned it on after going 1-0 down. We created some chances and we looked decent. Nick Jackson came on in the second half, and his fluidity added to Chelsea's game, and we ended up winning the game comfortably. Nice play from Cole Palmer. Nice play from Gallagher, Enzo, Sterling. I'm happy to hear all of that and to see all of that. But I'm not getting carried away. It is Burnley after all. They are promoted to the league this season. They're not an established side. They ain't a side that found their rhythm at all. You know what I mean? 3 of the teams we played this season are in the bottom 4 of the league. And that's Luton, who we beat comfortably. That's Burnley, who we beat comfortably. And that's Bournemouth, who we couldn't score against away from home. Don't talk to me about centre-back, because when this side can't score goals against Bournemouth, that's where your energy should be placed when we're talking about Chelsea and we're talking about any 1 million. 1 billion.
Won't you say though that Chelsea are beginning to get a bit of a flow? I mean, you know, the performance against Fulham was good, and obviously yes, you beat Burnley, and I think you were good after the Burnley goal and after the the sort of the early pressure that they put on you. You're saying you're not getting carried away. I mean, I don't know. From what I've seen, and I've only seen highlights in fairness, but there's a bit of a Poch identity sort of growing in there. And I don't know what you feel. What you feel in terms of that. I feel like there's something growing in that in that side.
There is. But at the end of the day, it's like Chelsea. Our run coming up now is against a really tough run of teams, starting with Arsenal.
Dirty.
You know what I mean, starting with Arsenal, and like I've just mentioned, the only game we haven't won much this season, but the games we have won are against the right bottom of the league. Do you know what I mean? Failing to win against West Ham, Aston Villa. But even Fulham, like, who are Fulham really? Like,
they did the double over you last year, so I mean they're a half decent side.
And last year we finished 12th. We're not meant
to be fair. I'm not gonna lie here. You know what? I didn't even notice your fixtures are that scary. So Chelsea's next 7: Arsenal at home, Brentford at home, Spurs away, City at home, Newcastle away, Brighton at home, Manchester United away. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's a horrible run. But it could come together.
I mean, it could, but you know, big up Assad. He said, big up the tough run. This will define us. I'm ready. Yes, Chelsea have to play Arsenal and City, but they've got to play us. We are Chelsea.
That about you. We got to play you.
Yes.
No, I'm not gonna lie, Oscar.
Talk that talk aside.
Let me pick up my chest real quick. Now, let me say what I'm saying. 2-2 shoulder press. What do you mean we have to play Chelsea, blood? Are you dumb? Us man are gonna cook. Oscar, I'm not gonna lie, bro. We're gonna run up on Chelsea, you know. We're gonna run up on you, man, at Stamford Bridge. Just know,
I don't think it's gonna be that easy. I think you don't have to be on your A game. I think you have to roll up with your best. I think it has to be Partey and Rice in that midfield.
Look at this guy. We didn't even do that with City. Why do we have to do that with you?
Because our midfield is strong.
Peter, do you know why? Because it's the Chelsea. That's why. You gotta beat the Chelsea.
Robin, us men go to Chelsea, blood, and collect 3 points, blood. Chelsea will be light work, blood. I'm not gonna lie, because Chelsea play. You know what? Bear this in mind, Oscar. If you play, you're falling into our hands. The
reason I'm talking to you about our midfield, is because certain man came to Stamford Bridge. They were talking about, best midfielder in our club since Steven Gerrard. Enzo walked off with man of the match. So
but that was a rusty Liverpool though. What
I'm saying is, ain't gonna be easy.
Man, Oscar aside, yeah. AD and Robin, tell me you know this will be easy for Arsenal next week or the week after.
It's an Arsenal W. It's an Arsenal W.
Dispatched, bruv.
What's that team called? Yodel.
What? Blood. Listen, the prime delivery, cuz. Are you dumb?
I don't think it's gonna be easy. I think if Arsenal come on that same vibe that you've been playing the last few games, you know, if Saka's not there.
Did you watch us? Have you watched us away from home? I've lauded us about our performances away from home. For whatever reason, we're more serious away from home. We rock up to grounds and we just deliver every away game this season. Barlons, but every away game we deliver.
Your last away game didn't impress me. I think you guys still have answers to find within yourself.
Mandem, you know what? Oscar knows he's gonna get cooked. The thing is, he knows it. When the time comes, what is it? A 5:30 kickoff, I think it is. So it's a late one. You know, he would have seen the 12:30. He would have seen the 3 o'clocks, and then the stomach starts to turn a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The team news comes out 4:30. You know what I'm saying? I send it to the group chat. I say, yo, Mandem, what do you think? Oscar knows it, bro. You know it.
Like I said, if I see Partey in midfield and I see Declan Rice in midfield, it's gonna be. I don't think we're gonna come out of that unscathed. But I think if you not try to play Partey at right back, or if you not try coming to the midfield with Jorginho, if you know what I mean. Because when I look at you lot, if you're not playing Gabriel Jesus out wide and you've got Havertz or Nketiah up top, I think defense can do that.
Okay, remember those words.
I do.
We have it on wax. You lot are going to get pumped, blood.
As I said, look, Oscar, I want you to absolutely dismantle Peter if we win. Believe me, I will. I'll be honest. I don't think Chelsea are going to win this game. I don't think Chelsea are going to win this game. But I do think we will get a point.
And I've not been confident about beating Chelsea in a very long time. So I'm taking my minute now while I can. I'm taking it in while I can.
If Reece James is back, Reece James versus Saka, people, what you said?
Excuse me?
Reece James is back?
First of all,
they're playing the same.
I was going to say,
first of all, it's the other side. Yeah, it's the other side. Yeah. You're lucky about that one.
What do you mean? Martinelli versus Reece? Blood. Reece got the whole thing, blood. What?
What about it?
Oh.
You think Nelly can chat to Reece?
Yes, blood. Are you all right?
No.
I can't lie. I thought Reece was out for the season. So
who can't Nelly chat to, bro?
Reece was a short-term injury. So he'll be back. He was available for the last game, but he was suspended. Can you imagine that? So he should be back. Whether he starts is another thing. Also, we got Malo Gusto, who's another really, really impressive right back. So Taha says, Assad, we got to do 2-man press in the comments with Oscar pressing. Lola said, is Reece back or is he back? Look, Reece came back on his first game back from injury and slapped a dirty goal against Burnley. Do you remember that goal when he cut inside, cut back, showed them what time it was? You know what I mean? Chukwuemeka back from injury, Badiashile back from injury. We're getting a lot of our team back. And I think that's the one thing to be optimistic about in the future for Chelsea, getting the team back. But instead of beating Arsenal, I don't think we're there yet. But I think we'll call. I think it's not gonna be easy for you either. I think you don't have to come here and try and win. And I don't think it's gonna be easy.
It's not gonna be hard. Let me put it that way. It won't be hard.
I think it is.
It won't be hard. Strong pause. But you know what I'm saying? I think like you said, Oscar, we have to be professional. Look, if we turn up professional to Stamford Bridge, Chelsea are gonna get beat, blood. You know them was there. They're gonna get beat if we come professional, blood.
I genuinely think without Saka, you struggle.
Is Saka injured though?
Bro, Mikel's playing him at 55%, bro. You just know, blood. You know what I'm saying? Just know. He'll be in there,
Without Saka, you struggle. Taha says Peter tears after a Gabriel Bozo moment in the 90+8 minutes to give us the winner. I will be there. No, I don't.
Listen, man, you know we're going to score at... Let me tell you right now. You want to hear a prediction? You want to hear a spoiler? We're scoring at least 2 at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea can't score goals. That's game done. We're scoring 2 at Stamford Bridge.
We scored 2 at Stamford Bridge this season.
You haven't played Arsenal.
But teams have gone to the Emirates and scored 2.
Who? Say again.
Teams have gone to the Emirates and scored 2.
Yeah,
Who scored 2?
They actually have strikers. The teams that have scored 2 actually have good. Have actually got strikers.
Okay. But one of the teams was Fulham, who we got clean sheet against.
Yeah,
but they have strikers though. All right, cool.
Oscar, when's the last time you scored against Arsenal?
The last time we played you, don't do that. You tried it. You tried it.
How many goals have you scored? How many goals have you scored against Arsenal? How many goals have you scored against Arsenal last season?
Peter's a criminal.
He tried it. He tried it.
I just asked the question.
I was just stating the angle of his attack. I was looking at Rodney Piper. Just when you think you got the answers, I changed the questions.
Brother.
Raheem started them. You got something. Last on this, Lola says Arsenal didn't even score 2 last season. We won. I'm calling a 1-0 win. I think if Arsenal do win, it will be a 1-0. And that will be because we can't finish. And I think that's going to be Chelsea's downfall.
Right, that's what we're saying, yeah? Arsenal win 1-0 because Chelsea can't finish. Okay.
No, as in obviously, if you win, no. Obviously, if you win the game, it's because you won the game. But what I'm saying is, Chelsea will create chances and Chelsea will miss their chances. Similar to like when we played Liverpool, we drew 1-1. But I'm looking at the end of the game and I'm saying if Nick Jackson puts one of these chances away, we should have won. You know what I mean? Right. It's not like to take anything away from Liverpool performance or, you know. But yeah.
I'm salivating, brother. I'm salivating.
Endo says, I love how he just sits back and observes whilst you argue like animals.
But listen to this. I heard them talking about what? The Sassy. I heard them talking about all sorts of bro, man. I'm just enjoying the ride.
Yeah, but obviously,
that's a violation. No.
Wow. Oscar, anything else on Chelsea before we move on?
Taha said, I'm not expecting us to be Arsenal given our position.
Sorry,
Barack.
My bad.
But we should at least put to a fight and make it difficult for them. I'm calling it managing my expectations. Yeah.
Listen, Chelsea fans, bro, you're going to get pumped, blood. When Arsenal rock up, blood, to King's Road, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be rolling up in our hoodies, bro, yeah? We're going to be wearing trackies.
You're going to turn it to Paupers Crescent?
Are you dumb, blood? They're not ready, bro. It's going to be like a Nines mixtape, bro. Nothing but absolute violation.
I would like to see
last album
because if you don't turn up, bring your shooters.
We're there, bro. Martinelli's there.
And if Chelsea win,
I'll
be fuming if Chelsea win because we can't lose to this Chelsea. This Chelsea's a shower of garbage.
Robin, if Chelsea win, everyone's getting the link. Mirad is on, Lola's on, David's on, everyone's getting the link.
Listen, listen, Oscar, we got nothing to worry about. You man are getting pumped, blood. Mark my words. You man are getting pumped in 2 weeks.
Let's move on and we'll see.
Coolio. Are we moving on to the next game?
That's 3 W's.
Do you know what? Yeah, at the end of the day, like Chelsea got a win. You know what I'm saying? United got a win. Arsenal got the win. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you didn't collect 3 points. Liverpool. 2-2 away point at Brighton and Hove. Mr. AD, a point gained or 2 points dropped?
2 points dropped, man. It was quite disappointing. It was tepid, shall I say? Like it was hallmarks of the game against Brighton when we lost the league by a point in 2021-22. When you get a lead and then you just piss about, you give it away. But man, listen, the dream, like Liverpool winning this league title, like hop aboard the train now. But bro, I don't know what you want me to say. Bro, the attack, there's too much quality in that attack, my bro.
So, Adrian, there's nothing that happened this weekend that didn't make you at least a little bit apprehensive about the lofty expectations you've been putting on this field?
If anything, I'm even more so because City lost. Yeah, you damn listen, bro. I'm putting my paws on the line. You get it? Like something on the table.
So you're saying this weekend is a point game. You know what you're saying?
No. It's 2 points dropped. It's 2 points dropped. Absolutely, 100%.
You said City lost. So it's a point game for you.
No, but we should have done pulled 2 points ahead of them, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
No, but
and can I ask a question? Because we were talking about defenses earlier. Peter was telling me about, Chelsea don't have a great defense. Liverpool's way better. I saw Van Dijk giving the ball away in the opening minutes. What happened there?
Woo!
Nonsense agendas. I can't.
No, I'm having a defender against Van Dijk. We're reviewing the game, Adrian.
We are reviewing the game.
McAllister was flat. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't the smartest of ideas, but I'm sorry, McAllister's got to be on his feet. He's got to be scanning. He's got to be on his toes. He's got to be scanning. Like McAllister was flat-footed there, and he was poor, and he got caught. Don't get me wrong. Van Dijk doesn't do him any favors. And by the way, Alisson's my guy. Like, it even feels sinful of me to even talk about Alisson in this manner, but he doesn't cover himself in much glory in that goal. But yeah, what? Yeah, what? For three good players can contribute to a goal. Call it all out, mate.
You got to leave Alisson alone, bro. He deserves unmerited favor, my friend. You got to leave that man alone.
He's got it. But obviously, if I see man moving mad, I see man moving mad.
What, one time in his career?
No, like the funny thing about Alisson, yeah, over the years, like his highlight reel was scary. Like Alisson's done some things in his career, but those. Oh, by the way, guys, I was listening to a debate. Yeah, who do you say is the best goalkeeper in Premier League history?
History.
So I was saying. So the main answers were Czech, Peter Schmeichel. And then Alisson seems to be like an honorary mention for third, but the main debate was between Petr Cech and.
Why is he doing that? Why is Adrian doing this?
Doing what?
Why have you done this here? We're still dissecting your game, but you want to do this?
No. Just all right, cool. You could put it as an aside on a fellow thing, but I'm just trying to.
Nah, it's on a fellow.
What? Seaman didn't get a mensch.
Oh, PSG.
Wife, and that is wife.
David Seaman didn't get a mensch.
Assad says check, then Alisson.
No. I'll answer your question.
Jens Lehmann didn't lose a Premier League game for 49 of his first 49. Are we being for real?
49? What do you mean?
I take off your Arsenal goggles, man.
Oscar, he joined in 03.
No.
His first year, he did not lose a game.
You said Jens Lehmann or David Seaman? You said Seaman.
No, I said Seaman as well, number one. Number two, Jens Lehmann didn't lose a game for 50 of them.
Yeah.
That's great. Neither of them are the best goalkeeper in Premier League history. Pick up them, though.
Right, facts. Yeah,
but Alisson in this conversation.
Alisson is better than both of them.
I love this game. This game.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
What about what?
Alisson's better than both of them.
I mean, I think so.
I wouldn't say that, me personally.
What do you mean you wouldn't say that?
What? Jens Lehmann is better than Alisson.
No.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I will say it's a debate. I would say
what?
Robin, pick a side.
Can't believe this.
Listen.
Wait, I can't believe
the thing is, we're debating about number 3 here. Number 1 and number 2 is Schmeichel and
Is
Cech.
Schmeichel number 2, by the way? Is Schmeichel in this conversation?
It's Cech, then Alisson. That's how it goes.
Alisson? No.
Cech is number 1.
Yeah.
Schmeichel
number 1.
Schmeichel's free.
No, he's not free.
That's my rank.
Where's
Schmeichel?
He's not in the top 3.
He is.
Schmeichel's not in the top 3.
These hipsters, man.
Are you all right? Okay.
Be quiet. Where's Schmeichel? Is he top 5?
I tried to back you.
No, he's definitely top 5.
You lost me. Let's
call it what it is. Schmeichel's on top 3.
You lost me. You've lost me.
Really?
You've lost me in history.
That's killed me. Wait. Robin. Schmeichel or Van der Sar?
I love Edwini because Edwini gave me good years, but it's Schmeichel still.
Does Fulham count for something though? That was a run, like that was a stint, like you know what I mean. He had favour there, you know what I mean.
What? Do you know? No, but we you see, you brought up Fulham. I like you brought up Fulham. Do you know why? Remember who he lost his place to at Juventus? Because there's a reason he played for Fulham.
What, Buffon?
Yeah, Van der Sar should not be anywhere near this conversation. Let's have it right. Let's hope friggin' right.
Like I said,
he's like the greatest.
He's a top goalkeeper. He's a top goalkeeper. He's not top 3.
Top goalkeeper, definitely.
Top 3 for me. I can't lie.
Top 3 in Premier League history.
Yeah. Sorry. Top 5.
Top 5 is a debate for sure. There's a debate.
Yeah. I said top goalkeeper. He's not the creme. He's not the number 1 or number 2.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is with Van der Sar? Yeah? I think. I mean, this sounds dumb, but I just feel like he wasn't there long enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, he was at Ajax, he was at Juve, he was at United, but like, he joined United when he was already old, and it was like,
but he was still,
and he won 3 league titles.
Did he win 3?
He won 3 league titles.
But Oscar, my goalkeeper won 3, and yet he's not even in the conversation. You've got Alisson ahead of him.
Which of your goalkeepers won 3?
David Seaman.
The 3.
98, 2002.
Yeah. Hey.
I forgot he joined in 92. He joined in 92. I thought he joined.
You know what, Peter? In one of these other podcasts that might have run, but we got historians on here.
I thought, no, to be fair, I thought he won. You know, we won the league in 91, but I forgot that was not in the Premier League. That's my fault. I forgot it was in the Premier League.
I was talking Premier League. For me, Tech, Alisson, Schmeichel. Probably go back and start after Schmeichel.
Alisson's not number 2.
Alisson's not in the top 3, man. We can't do this.
He's not.
He can't be in the top 3.
You can argue number 3. You can argue number 3. He's not number 1 or number 2.
Even then, I'm struggling.
I think Alisson can argue number 1.
No, I agree. I agree with Robin here. Reason why, like, we've got to factor in honours. Like, he's only won 1 league title.
Honours.
Absolutely.
The impact.
No, impact. No,
listen, I will happily concede that and say that Czech was one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time, if not the greatest. You can happily have number 1. Alisson's not there yet. I'm sorry.
Guys, do you guys watch Alisson? Guys, amazing.
No, we all watch Alisson.
I love Alisson. I think right now he's the best goalkeeper today. He's outstanding. He's a phenomenal goalkeeper.
Since he arrived.
He's the best. Yeah, no, not since he arrived, but he's the best goalkeeper in the world right today. He's number 1. But we can't say all-time great in the Premier League in terms of like top 3 to Mount Rushmore or whatever.
I think he'd have to do a lot of rubbish to take him out of the top 5.
Hey, sorry that we got on a tangent, but is Peter sleeping?
Yeah, Peter, you've frozen there. You might have to drop out because I can hear you.
All right, cool.
Your screen is not there.
Take me out because I can't. It's all frozen here.
All right, Paddy McGuinness. He said, "Take me out." I can't remove him from the stream because if I remove him, he can't get back in. But anyway, he's out. Let me dive into these comments. Lola said, if we're talking about only, Alisson isn't number 1 or 2. His ability is brilliant, though. She also says he's best goalkeeper in the world at the moment, though has been for the last 2 seasons. I think he has been for time. Adrian, what was your reason for bringing this up? You wanted to start a debate for no reason.
No, because I just wanted to like distract. No, to be fair, because obviously like, we're talking about Alisson. Because obviously, Alisson, I didn't think Alisson covered himself in much glory, but obviously he's been a phenomenal keeper. Then I just thought I've been hearing the debate, best keeper in the league of all time. I can't lie, for me, it's Czech, Michael. Like for me, just lack of honours. Alisson doesn't touch it, like despite ability. But also another point of this game, like Trent Alexander-Arnold, he actually looked alright against McTominay. He actually stood to the test, which I'm really keen on. So yeah, man. Nothing really much to say about Liverpool other than we're going to win the league. I'm saying it now. So in May, when Van Dijk, wholeheartedly.
Oscar, do you know what I want in May? I want City to go the 4 in a row. Just because I just want to see Peter and Adrian get it. Both of them.
I don't even want to see that. The thing is, Robin, I don't even want like.
It's going to happen.
Is there a way for there to be no winner? Is there a way for that?
Bro, you need a Newcastle to win.
No, but Oscar, Robin, have you man no shame? Fergie should be turning in his chair, hearing what you just said. You've never won 4 in your life. You want Man City to win 4 to spite Liverpool or Arsenal. Where's your minerals? Where's your pride, man?
you guys keep asking me, or Man United fans, like in general, how do we feel about City compared to the other two? Listen, City are a machine. They've won a treble. There is nothing else we can say other than that we've done it twice, 3 in a row. Whatever. Liverpool, they are 1 title away from behind us. And Arsenal, we had an intense rivalry back to back. That won't be matched. I despite Liverpool and Arsenal more than I despite Man City. So if you're asking me out of those 3, who do I want to win? It's going to be City.
But what I'm trying to tell you though, like the raves going on, like the raves booming, popping off. You're in the car park. In the car park, hoping I pay for
Adrian, we've not won the league in 10 years. It's been a decade.
Yeah, so change it.
And look how it's going so far. Do you think change is coming soon?
I mean,
so these questions are nonsense.
They need a move of God. I can't lie to you, man. They need something special. So, Endo is asking you, Adrian, because I know me and Robin did not pay attention to this. Guys, who watched Liverpool versus Union Saint Gallion? I don't even know how you pronounce that. On Thursday, Darwin's miss was worse than Richarlison. What was Darwin's missing? What's going on with him?
I can't even lie to you, man. It was all diabolical, like fantastic interplay. I think I can't remember what happens, but ball goes over to side. You know, like when you're sort of wide of the box, like in the box, where you're kind of wide for that. Like you're kind of wide in the box, yeah. And then Salah, beautiful first time ball across. Nunes is the whole goal is gaping. He can do anything. He can hit it across the goalkeeper. He can hit it straight. He can hit it left. He slaps it wide. And I think for Darwin Nunes, as much as I'm gonna obviously ride the wave of Darwin Nunes, I'm gonna carry the brand on my back when Peter gives me a slice of the pie. But I think he needs to be decisive in these moments because someone made a fantastic point on Twitter. Like with Sadio Mane, like the key sick thing about Sadio Mane is those countless times where he scored the opening goal, he scored the winning goal. Like the stats were insane, and I think Darwin Nunes has got to add that feather to his bow, and he's done it. Obviously, Newcastle 2 phenomenal finishes, but I think he's got to minimize these silly misses because it's affected. Because in my mind, how I'm looking at it, I was devastated for him because I'm like, raw Darwin, like I want to see you get to 30 goals. And then when I saw him get subbed off, I'm like, damn, like raw, no, go for today. So hopefully he feels like how I feel it. And I think Gravenberch as well had a silly, basically essentially
that was
open goal.
Stinker.
I don't know, man. Like people try to tell me the ball bounced, but I'm sorry, man. It needs to bounce in the net too. As far as I'm concerned.
Nah, that Gravenberch miss was a stinker, bro. That was an absolute stinker. Shout out Peter, he's back in the building. But I just want to say,
that's harsh, blood. I think Gravenberch's chance was close, man. When he hit the bar,
huh?
It was a lovely bit of football, whipped in, first touch.
Nah, man, goal was open.
No. I think I was overreacting on that one, man.
But I do want to say, Robin and Peter, Adrian came on here and he gave us the spiel about Liverpool and he told us that Salah is the Messi of this team. This team will do anything to see Salah getting his rightful reputation as a Premier League like top guy by winning another trophy. They're doing it for him. And if you saw the way Harvey Elliott just stepped out of the way and said, Salah, he said, Salah, here's your goal. Here.
He had the Mac to his head off shot, blood.
He said, "I'll do anything to serve the
tribal freaking sheep."
Out of camera, he had the Mac to his head, blood. You better back down.
You know, scrawny little boy, get out of my way.
Are you dumb, blood?
You know,
no Salah running down.
Have you ever been down a football pitch?
Huh?
Like that's Harvey Elliott's time.
It was his time. It was his time to shine. He said, "Nah."
I've never seen man say, "You know what? Yeah, the king is here. Take what's yours, and I'll have scraps." That's crazy.
Pharaoh is in town, blood. The man said, "Nah, I'm not doing it."
Guess what? He's distributing the packs like 9s in Christmas 2014. Just turkeys everywhere. Salah, everyone's eating.
And even when Salah after Salah scored, it wasn't even like thank you, bro. It was like you did the right thing.
It was the right thing, and even Harvey come up, yeah. And he, you know what I'm saying? He came like Jimmy Uso to friggin' Roman Reigns. Man just walked up to him. So I know the mission.
Harvey said, "Are you well pleased?" He said, "Yeah, I did it."
Well done,
That's
good and
crazy.
faithful servant. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Aside call me crazy, but I'd rather Spurs win the league than Arsenal and Liverpool. If it gets to it, I'm cheering my Lily White brothers.
Really?
That's cool. Spurs win the league is crazy. Spurs win the league is crazy.
I'll love that, Dave. Do you know why I love that? Do you know why? Because I will always remember when Spurs made the Champions League final, the Arsenal fans were losing their mind because they thought,
do you know what? Yeah,
you know what? There's a chance that the UCL can go to the White Hart Lane, and they couldn't fathom it.
You know what's not talked about enough? You know what's not talked about enough? Yeah, the way Spurs are in Man United's back pocket. Do you remember? I take you back to 1999, final game of the season. I don't even know why we even played the game. Right? It was the final game of the season where Man United, if they won, they win the title. And if Arsenal got bettered Man United's result, they win the title. And it was Man United versus Tottenham at home, final game of the season, right? Les Ferdinand makes it 1-0. You're thinking, rah! You know them ones there. I'm thinking, Tottenham are going to lay down. There's no chance in hell they're going to beat Man United for Arsenal to win the league. Never going to happen. They should have just called off the game. There was no point playing it, right? Because both teams are bent. 2-2s now. Obviously, they go and get beat. Remember when they were 3-0 up at White Hart Lane, I think the season or 2 seasons next, 3-0 up at halftime, and they lose 5-3.
Fergie said what?
Fergie said what?
Lads, it's Tottenham. Are you mad? Are you mad? Like, bro, at the end of the day, there's something about Spurs and Man United. I don't think it's been challenged enough. Man, Robin Robson, Spurs. Roy Keane says he was a Tottenham fan growing up. Come on, do me a favor.
What? On the streets of Cork?
In the streets of Cork City, blood.
I don't believe that for a second.
You know that for love nor money.
I wonder why it's so miserable.
Also, to answer Lola's question, you'd be surprised. Even when I lived in Manchester, like, yeah, there's the city rivalry, and like on actually Derby Day, it's intense. But no one, when it came to Liverpool, like the streets were locked off. Police was there.
Yeah.
Same for Arsenal. Yeah.
Robin experienced it firsthand. Robin was living close to Withenshaw.
Bro, do you know how mad that is, though? Do you know how mad that is that Liverpool Man United's rivalry is bigger than City and United?
Of course it is. Of course
that's
it is, guys.
Mad, bro. It's not even from the same city.
People do not ever give credence to one of the greatest exchanges in football history. Yeah, Man United won the league. They went to Anfield. They had a sign saying, "Come back when you've won 18." They came back after they won 18. Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know how mad that is?
And then they went and added 19 and 20, and Fergie said, "He said I'm gonna knock." No, bro. Fergie said, "I'm gonna knock you off your perch." Yeah, you must be like a madman. I want to
submission.
In more. What are you talking about,
brother? You want to talk about?
That's Ten Hag.
Alex Ferguson is the greatest of time.
You know what? When man talk about projects, you don't know what a project is. No one knows what a project is other than Sir Alex. When the mission is to knock man off their perch, how many titles were they behind? Was it like 7?
No, we were at 11. We were 11 titles behind.
Bro, Fergie won 13 titles.
When
that's as many as Arsenal. He's got.
We were 11 titles behind. 11.
They said, "Come back when you play 18." They did it with the same manager.
With the same manager, like that's a project.
It is the greatest of all time.
It's the greatest of all time.
Guys, we need to touch on that documentary in a bit. They said,
"Nah, but I ain't watched it yet.
Peter, what are you doing?
What have you man all watched it?
It's a good one. I watched parts of it. It's a good.
Let's do a review. We'll do a review next week. We'll do it. Look, international break. Beckham review. How about that? No. How about that, lads? Let's talk about it. We'll do next week podcast. International break. We're gonna chop it down, blood. How about that?
Pause.
How about that? You know what I'm saying? I ain't sniffed it yet. When have I had the time to watch it? It's been a gargantuan weekend.
Nah, man. I was working from home Friday.
Oscar, I found myself in Roehampton. I was finding myself in frigging Erith. I was finding myself in all kinds of places. What the hell was I doing? What the hell was I doing? What was I playing at?
It was all over.
He's all over the gaff.
Yeah, okay,
I
can't even chat about it. Okay, but this is the must watch. I think it's a must watch.
I'll be knee deep in Beckham in a minute, man.
Oh my
God!
Don't worry about that. 13 Premier League titles in 12.
Yellow cards.
That's
Again.
crazy, you know.
You're 1 away from suspension, by the way, Peter. That's 4 yellow cards in 4 weeks.
Come on.
You're 1 away.
You're giving me them Pep Guardiola yellow cards, blood. Man had a ban already, blood. What the hell did he do? He sat in the stands. What the hell was he doing?
Andrew says, Oscar, I can't lie. That Beckham doc was too sus. It was too United orientated for my liking.
Beckham was United.
He played at United. It was great. Like, what do you want? It's a Man United legend. Like, what did you want from the documentary?
I've seen images, I've seen like thumbnails of the Beckham shirt that he wore at Man United. That's the best Man United kit, I think, of all time. And it was the most ruthless Manchester United.
Yeah. Can you tell us which one, mate? He wore like 10 of them.
No. I'm talking about the thumbnails. I've seen like a lot of like when they're talking about the documentary. There's this like in the premiere where he went to the thing and done the thing.
Tell us which kit it is, because I don't know what it's all.
The year 2000. It's a cold kit. It's a cold kit.
But I feel like the documentary made all the kits look good. I don't know about you, Rob, but it brought that nostalgic.
97 to 2003, Man United tops, fantastic.
You see, I'm 2000 to 2003 and 2004. Those are I think where
the Vodafone era was the last sick one.
No, I love guys.
By the way, your kit this year is hard. You know what I was thinking about the Galatasaray defeat?
Yeah, the home kit.
I was like, this is a waste of a kit because you lot are pants, but it's a good kit.
I think all United kits are nice this year.
Yeah, United's kits are good.
Oscar. As that green one, the weird one, as that growing on you yet?
But do you know where it's grown on me? It's grown on me. I like it in full kit. Like, I like seeing the players wear it.
Yes.
And the shirt alone is still dead to me.
But in the totality, like it.
Yeah.
The white thing is not bad, blood. That little crest they got. The little crest.
Yeah, the Chi-Town thing. Yeah, fair enough. Speaking of white things, Lola said the Beckham doc was fantastic. He was and is such a face fan. One of the few milkmen who is up there. Guys, we need Lola's top 5 milkmen. I think that's what this podcast is.
That's what we need. We need
Danny Palmer that does the 557 in Grimsby.
That's a Lee Sharp.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm hard. I was gonna pull out all the old school. Man.
Yeah. Oh, when Lee Sharp used to dance, when he used to do the little boogie.
It's a great doc to show how brilliant he was as a footballer. People forget because he managed to be a celeb. Goodness me, the clips they were pulling out of Beckham in this doc, Beckham
was cold.
No,
Beckham was cold.
Bro, every clip they showed, I said,
it was a player at United I couldn't hate. He was a player I couldn't hate as much as I wanted to. I tried my best. I mean,
another question I've heard this week. Obviously, right midfield doesn't necessarily exist anymore. Where would David Beckham play in 2023?
Right wing.
I think he played. What did you say?
Right.
Nah, I think he plays. I think he plays in the midfield 3.
I think he plays in the midfield 3 as well. Like what he did for Milan. Like what he did for Milan and
a right 8, not a right winger.
Yeah, not a winger.
He ain't explosive enough.
Yeah.
It's not even that he ain't explosive. It's just that he's so technically gifted. You don't want to waste it on the wing.
He needs to see more. He needs to see more of the pitch.
You need to see him on the ball.
Listen, that man was fantastic. His free kicks can never be created ever again. There's a movie dedicated to him. Bend it like Beckham. What are you talking about?
The goal against if there's one England goal I have ever celebrated where I lost my nut, it was the goal he scored at Old Trafford for England against Greece. Blood, I lost it. I lost my absolute. Oh my God.
Pete, you need to watch this documentary. You've let yourself down by not watching it already. You need to.
No. Listen, Oscar. It's been a busy weekend. Okay, what I'm saying? Arsenal collecting 3 points against Man City. It's been a busy weekend.
But do you know what gets overlooked?
What?
What was Venyon Eriksson doing down to Greece? They didn't even have a sponsor. They just came out in a plain white and a plain blue team.
Who scored for Greece in that game? I only know this from the documentary.
I did not
know this until this week. Who?
It wasn't Karisteas, was it?
Of course it was Karisteas.
Oh, Karisteas. Oh, I love that.
In truth, I didn't know who Karisteas was until Euro 2004. I didn't know who he was. But going back to, what was it, 1? He was there, bro. He was there.
Yeah,
that when you see someone in post that you didn't.
There's nothing like it, Oscar. There's nothing like
it. You see a rapper in a music video from back in the day, and you're like, I never knew this rapper before. Now I know them, and they was in my favorite video. You saw.
They're boys.
We need to go back to Liverpool very quickly. Do you know what Maddison has posted on Instagram?
What's he done?
I don't know if you can see it, but it's him and Trent. And the quote says, "Still asking for a replay."
Mad team.
Wait. Wow.
The fact that he's called Madders on Instagram is hilarious. Was that a story?
It's story.
To be fair, it's okay. So it's okay. It's not actually that bad. You sold me. It's obviously banter. Yeah. I thought we're gonna get the leg.
Yeah, but it's still funny though.
Oh, it's hilarious. No, but it's more funny than it is. Oh, this is saucy. Do you know what I mean? I thought this was sauce, blood. You know what I mean? I was getting ready for the sauce. But it's more banter.
Lola, you're giving spoilers now. I would love to dive into that, but we can't. Lola said Beckham plays 3 in the midfield. He can battle out with the best of them. He creates. He can drop a shoulder. Midfield, his pace won't be an issue. Yes.
All right,
Oscar, can we go ask Adrian his thoughts on Ravi and EastEnders?
Rob then.
Do you know what? I'm like a month behind. Like the last thing I remember watching was when what's Stacey's nephew? When
you're asking the wrong
Freddie.
audience.
When Freddie found his real dad.
You're asking the wrong audience.
Because basically Freddie found out that his dad was a used car salesman, but he was also a madman. It's true. In Peckham. That's true.
I'll be honest with you, yeah. I stopped watching EastEnders for one thing only, yeah. It's the fact that it's too much drama for one square, blood. It can't happen it can't all happen in the end.
Bro, that murder rate per square mile is mental.
When I say that my mental health is affected watching EastEnders, the depression. Nah, man, I can't do it, bro.
Once a year, I think to myself, should I get back into EastEnders? I mean, it's only 2 hours of content a week.
It's a scandal, man.
It's even less now. The episodes are 25 minutes, I think.
It needs to be half an hour no more.
Even half an hour. Ever since COVID.
They need to rebrand it and call it Scandalous.
And it's Monday to Thursday now.
Do you know how long EastEnders has been running?
Wait.
1985?
Stop. It's Monday to Thursday, so there's no Friday EastEnders.
No.
It's a howler. Oscar, Benita's sitting here on the iPlayer waiting for it to show up. Ain't happening.
Also, did they drop the episodes like 7 in the morning?
Yeah. You can watch it on prime time.
What was 8 p.m.?
Wait.
I saw it was 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. BBC things.
Wait.
Oh my God, Oscar.
You can watch EastEnders online before it lands on BBC One.
Yes. Oscar, I'm a witness to this. I watched in my own place do this.
2023 in the bin. Like, let's just get rid of it. Because what on earth is that?
No, for real. If you're
watching iPlayer,
if I see someone watching EastEnders on the train to work, on the tube, man.
Yeah. That's pathetic fallacy.
That's a farce.
You set yourself up for a bad day.
Exactly. EastEnders should never be released.
It's never going to lose.
EastEnders is a Christmas / Boxing Day thing, and that's even like every 2 to 3 Christmases.
I was gonna say like even the Christmas thing, Robin. Yeah, it's something scandal. Like who dies falling down the stairs?
It's a madness.
Let's have it friggin' right. Who
dies? Which real life footballer is most likely to end on East End?
Jared Bowen, Declan Rice. Declan
Yeah,
Rice.
a Bowen cameo.
It has to be someone from West Ham.
It's West Ham.
Nah,
It's West Ham.
Because I was thinking of all the crazy Man United players, but there's Coronation Street where they had the tram fall on people. That's all. Yeah, they had the tram fall on all of the people.
Onana's a Coronation Street guy, blood. He's a Corrie guy, blood. I swear down.
Hey, you man. You know Mick Carter. He's been lost at sea for 9 months. He got washed away last Christmas. But if Jared Bowen is on his standards, you'll see my bust through the Vic, hella seaweed, hair all messy, top button ripped off. Bro.
Endo said matters, but do you know what I'm saying? Do you know when they have the cool kids, like there's the teenagers from there that like they leave school and they all that. Emil Smith Rowe, guys, I'm telling you, Emil Smith Rowe on EastEnders, get him there.
No, Oscar Madders is a cheeky one still. That's a good one.
Smith Rowe, Madders is like the painter and decorator. He comes in your house and sleeps with your wife. I can imagine.
He draws bare gal. He beats bare gal in there, bro. He's got like 4 kids from 4 different baby mums in the square, blood. That's what he is, blood. But yeah, Smith Rowe seems like a guy who's just gonna be depressed, blood. He's not gonna talk. He doesn't say much. He'll just kill a man. You know what? He just duff at someone
for no reason.
Bro, I remember I started watching EastEnders in it. Yeah, when like Ben was young, in it was a youth. Man tells me, he's murdered someone and he's gay. I was like, right then. I was like, what's going on here with this character thing? Then I was like, this is a switch up. It drew me out. Yeah, Harry Redknapp.
His baby mum's his cousin.
Yeah.
My man is going to be sipping hella Maggies.
Yeah, he'll be in a Magnum
in a street vest. He's going to be playing dominoes with Patrick.
He'll be in a Magnum still.
No way.
Patrick's like 86 or something, man.
This too funny. Yeah, Redknapp.
Should I talk about football?
All right. Yeah, let's go back to football. We're going to quickly go through the other scores real quickly while I switch that over. So, yeah, speaking of West Ham, 2-2 against Newcastle United. Great football, guys. It was a great end-to-end football match, that one there. West Ham had the first half. Newcastle came back into it in the second half. Probably a draw is probably what was deserved in the end. But did anybody catch a little glimpse on this?
I saw the goals. Yeah, it looked like a lively game, one I would have enjoyed watching live, but obviously it wasn't on TV.
What was the TV game at that time?
The Liverpool game.
Fair enough. Wolves 1, Villa 1. Again, another good game of football, which we couldn't see on TV, but watching through the highlights, it looked like it was a fantastic watch. Big up Gary O'Neill, by the way, man. The guys come in there, blood. You know what I'm saying? Even Pedro Neto, Hwang Hee-chan, you know what I'm saying? Them man there, blood. Them man there doing their thing, man. Big up
Wolverhampton. Getting the juice out, man.
He's getting the juice, blood.
Gary O'Neill is the reason I want Bournemouth to go down.
Facts. I hear that still.
But quick question, say lads. Why is that Midlands derby not a big deal? Like they just
because
I think the big game in Birmingham is Birmingham City versus Villa. I think that's the big one.
Yeah, and also Wolves is closer. Like West Bromwich Albion is closer to Wolves. That's the Black Country derby. Yeah. So that one's a bit more hostile. Them two, Wolves and thingy. But they like the Wolves fans were booing a lot in that whenever Villa had the ball. So it was still a Midlands derby, but like they're not Birmingham. Do you know what I'm saying? It's still a bit far out. So you know, Wolves' real rival is West Brom, and obviously Birmingham City is Villas.
By the way, guys, can we bar West Brom from the Premier League? Like literally, they've got no ID.
What have they done?
No, Pete. Just in general, we need to ban certain teams in the Premier League.
Okay, I hear you, man. But I've been to the Hawthorns a few times, right? I just want to say this.
That stadium is dying.
Wait there. It's actually better than most. But I'll say this: when you've got scripture in your stadium, blood, the Lord is my shepherd. What, fam? You're not going down. That's a club that doesn't cease to exist. It doesn't. It has to remain.
I have to bring this up. Hillsong is next to Millwall, right? Does that mean that they should have the grace? They should have the grace because the Lord is there.
Wow, that is a comeback I never saw coming.
I need to know.
Man said Hillsong is next to Millwall.
Legit.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's there. Bermondsey. Right there.
You know what? Yeah, I've attended that Hillsong once. Never again. Never again. Have you been there?
What happens when Millwall play on a Sunday? What happens?
Church on the Sunday, fireworks on the Monday. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's on, blood.
That's a good question, bro.
It's on site, blood. You know the one. It's on site. But you see that man there, they probably get like 10,000 attendance, bro. It's probably not packed out, to be fair. All right, Luton Town 0, Spurs 1. Spurs did get the victory in the end. Richarlison's miss was hilarious, blood. It was absolutely hilarious. Basuma getting a red card for diving. That was hilarious. Like a second yellow for diving. Hilarious. Scenes we like to see. But yeah, fair play. I mean, Luton's missed as well. Who missed it? Was it Mpanzu?
Oh, yeah, it was. That miss was horrible.
It was horrific. It looked like a player who doesn't play football. You know, that's one of them ones I will miss. You know them ones that I've used the wrong foot. You know what I'm saying?
Adebayo.
Is it Adebayo? Yeah,
Adebayo.
Guys, you know what? I think Luton can stay in this. Like, there's so many crap teams. I don't know.
They're one of them. What do you mean?
One of them. No. But Oscar, I swear they're out of relegation zone now.
I can't lie, their stadium is dead though. I need them gone, blood. Because even the way they play football, yeah, even Spurs look like an average side. And to be fair to Robin, Luton are out of the bottom three, people.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I swear they're out.
When you watch a Luton game at their home stadium, you can see the score twice. Because the broadcasters are showing the score, and you can see the screen. What? Get it out! Get these guys out! Get these guys out!
Yeah, no, that, man.
Wait a minute. Is this stadium worse than Bloomfield Road of Blackpool?
Listen.
Yeah, much worse than Bloomfield Road. It's all right, blood. Bloomfield's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, Lola said, if I flame you lot, say his name correctly. I'll say his name correctly.
What, Adebayo?
When he scores from yards out, I will say his name.
And the thing is as well,
you can say Milinkovic Savage, can't you?
Yeah.
You man are rude. You man are rude.
That's right. They say,
you man, straight away, no delay. I'm gonna go open. I'm gonna go quick fire. Pow, pow, pow. Oscar, what's the name of Nottingham Forest striker?
I need. I said it right, no?
Taiwo. I say Taiwo. That's all I say.
I said it right.
That's the name. I don't know why.
Bro, I never said Adebayo.
No, I think I heard a cheeky Adebayo still.
I
had a light one still.
Come on, man. Come on.
Adebayo. Okay. Everton. I'll tell you who's dead. Everton 3, Bournemouth 0. This year is alarming on so many levels. Because Everton actually looked good. And Bournemouth, they're gone, man. They're gone. They're gone, guys. They are gone.
So, Peter, who's staying up? Out of Luton, Burnley, Bournemouth, or Sheffield United?
Sheffield United. You already know my thoughts.
Sheffield United are bottom.
Don't worry. They'll stay up. Don't worry.
Pack it in, man. Pack it in. For
you fill up my senses.
No, to be fair to Peter, yeah?
Like
he's been singing this for like 4 years.
I know.
What the hell is this guy talking about? I saw one video on it. I was moved.
Bro, AD, can we go Sheffield United away? I beg you. I am going Bramall Lane this year, yeah? Just to hear that song, just to hear how the game starts. Then we can leave.
Money, I've got petrol money. Guys, I'm down. Let's
guys, who has the best song in football? In the league?
In the league, I would say football's a different story.
I mean, in the league, their club song. So the song they sing, not like
Do you know what I like? Do you know what I really like? Leeds have got a good one. Where the marching on together. When that's in full flow, yeah. At Ellen Road, it's proper.
The Northerners are the Northerners
are the best. Yeah, they're the best.
Guys, I won't lie to you. The many times I've been to the London Stadium, yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. I hate the song.
Blowing bubbles get me.
Do you know what song gets me? And I can't lie. When I'm always singing "Take Me Home." I was born to.
But do you know what? Yeah,
United.
I've never
Daddy
heard you
told me when we sing it on European nights, and sadly, the last time we won the league, but I digress.
Oh, that's why I haven't heard it.
No. So we sing it on European nights, and we only sing it on finals. When is the final or last game of the season's going on? That's how it does nowadays.
Nah,
But yeah, when that song comes on, I'm in tears. I'm in tears. Just take me home.
For me, it's for blowing bubbles, man. It is.
Nah, man. Everton's got a great
so
one.
high. They reach the sky. I like.
You know why though? Because most people will say,
"Go excited." I looked everywhere, but I'm friends blowing.
Do you know what? The thing is, most people. Most people will say you never walk alone, but do you know what? Because there's about a club that's
sleep at the beginning.
No. Every single club, there's one club that sings it in each league now, so it's like overused. It's not unique anymore. Like,
I hear you.
Yeah, there's like bare clubs that sing it. If you're talking
uniqueness, who started it?
I know.
No, I'm seriously because I hear Celtic.
Who actually started it?
I've heard Celtic did. I heard Celtic did, but I don't know how true that
sings
is.
It. Dortmund sings it. Liverpool sings it. There's bare teams who sing it. Feyenoord sing it.
Through the storm. Honestly, yeah. Majority is, I ain't gonna lie, yeah. I've been to Anfield when that's ringing, and I'm like, you know what? It can't be denied, man. It's up there, man. It's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, it's a great song. It is a great song. However, if it was just Liverpool's, I hear it.
Guys, come with me to Bramall Lane, blood. We need to go to Bramall Lane, blood, yeah? And you will be coming out like a Northern Yorkshireman as soon as you leave the ends. Because
and guys, I'm sorry.
A pint and a pasty.
Oh, mate, it's a chip butty. Forget pasty. Them man eat chip butties.
Forever is not doing it for me, guys. I'm sorry.
No.
I can't stand that song.
So, do you know what? The verse, I'm going to keep it real, Pete. The verse sucks. The verse sucks.
Yeah. Verse is
The chorus is where it picks up.
Let's keep it
the
verse,
guys.
The
verse, I don't know.
Number one in the charts right now. It's number one in the charts right now. In terms of popularity and whatnot. Yeah. Bro, Endo, I've been to bare grounds, blood. When I say, yeah, I'm trying to think. Name the ground. Name a city, and I'll tell you I've been to one of their grounds. No cap. Yorkshire. I'm going Newcastle on the 4th of November. Looking forward to that.
Have you been Cumbria?
Well, no. Who plays in Cumbria?
I don't know. Is it a hole?
You've been to Norwich?
No, I ain't done East Anglia.
It's local.
But you see, Norwich and like Ipswich, they don't pull me. I need an atmospheric ground. You know what I'm saying? When I look at the calendar, when I look at the start of a season, I say, "Oh, that's a cheeky one right there. Let me circle that one right there, boy." When Leeds entered the league, but it was COVID, I was fuming. I was like, "Damn it, I want to go straight there." As soon as we could go, I went straight away. 5-0 victory.
Do you know? I'll tell you the worst away ground I've been to. Bloody Wolves. That's terrible.
Is it terrible? I've been thinking about Wolves.
Do you know why? Because they're one side of the whole pitch is the away. Yeah. You're completely spread out. It's shocking. Do you know what my favorite one is though? Leicester away. Oh,
Leicester looks good. Looks like a good atmosphere still.
Leicester's great.
Looks nice as well.
Do you know what annoyed me about Leicester is the clapping things that they had. That makes some noise. Don't clap your hands or whatever you had.
True that. City Ground is amazing as well. City Ground. That's a fantastic song. That's a great song.
Wait, are you talking about Forest?
Huh?
You talking about?
Ain't talking about it. He had.
Oh, that stadium's crap, man. Stop it.
Nah, man. The City Ground is a proper old. It's doggy. It's rough and rugged.
When I went to that stadium, I felt like I stepped into the 90s, like 100%.
Yeah, it was proper 90s.
He loves it.
You feel like you're in the 90s. I feel like Pierre Van Hooyden's gonna come out.
You know what I'm saying? All the chanting, all the slurs, you know what I'm saying? In the veins, blood. In the veins.
Let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up anyway. The other games, what else was there? Fulham 1, us 3, Sheffield United 1, and Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 0. Very, very quickly. Yeah, I mean, listen, you got to firm it. You know what I mean? You just got to walk on, blood. I'm nowhere near the ends, blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out of Ellen. Will you come to Ellen Road?
Well, but you gonna live to fight another day.
I live to fight another day, blood. You
know get out Dodge.
There's no chance in hell I'm fighting in Leeds.
Yeah? Oh, I'm a too cool. Yeah? I got offered a ticket to go to Southampton. I didn't go. Chelsea won 6-0 on a hot summer's day. I was fuming.
That's a stinker. That's an absolute western. Player of the week.
Peter. It's got to be the boy, isn't it?
By the way, Palace is probably my worst away ground I've ever gone to. It's up there with West Ham. No, it's a asshole of a ground. It's such a terrible ground.
It's a bad ground.
It's such a bad ground.
It's a
Selhurst Park.
It's not as bad as bloody West Ham.
West Ham is just far. It's just far from the pitch. That's it. It's a good ground. Far from the pitch.
You're a mile away from the pitch. Player of the week, guys. It's got to be
I'm going to give it to Raheem Sterling.
Yeah. I agree. I'm giving it to Raheem Sterling.
I'm giving it Raheem Sterling.
I can't believe you guys.
Why?
I would give it to Scott McTominay last week, but nah.
Oh gosh.
There's no other man. What do you mean you would?
You know what? Scott McTom.
Huh?
Scotty too hotty. Yeah. For what it means.
He was substituted on in the 87th minute.
Yeah, you know what?
He scored the winner in 90+7. Yeah?
Yeah.
The last guy that did that for Manchester United, they made it their bloody manager. Right? Give McTominay the credit. Come
Oscar,
on, man.
It's gonna be Scott McTominay for me.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Braveheart.
And do you know what's going to be the funniest thing? Next week, he's going to have an absolute stinker, and we're back to
What are we talking about next week?
He'll only have a stinker.
He's going to start,
play him up front. He's supposed to be striker.
He's just centre forward.
Guys,
didn't he grow like 6 inches in one summer?
Bro, he was
like 5'8".
Whoa.
You make me sick.
He's what he thought Weghorst would be. That's what it is.
What? No, as in like apparently he was like small. He's like 5'8" in the academy. Like even a football manager, like 5'8", and he's just like 6'3". Like
man said he grew 6.
It was a why. I know. I'm sorry. I could have said that better. That's because I just wanted to confirm it. You know what I mean? Like, did he grow?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But come on, man, 2 goals in added time.
Oscar, it's no brainer. Player of the week is Mr. Scott McTominay. Scott McSauce, Scotty too hotty. The team of the week, I'm gonna go. Arsenal. Arsenal has to be.
Yeah, it's a big why. It's a big why.
Oscar, that's a massive why.
What do you know? I'm gonna say. Do you know what I'm gonna say this week?
I know.
Even though, we can give it to Arsenal, but this team has to be mentioned because there was a party in the Toon on Wednesday night. because Dan Burn said Mbappe, who put all them hand to the sword.
Yo,
for what?
They said that after the game.
Newcastle.
They said after the game, them man were so on the piss, the streets were clear. Like there was no traffic. I said there was no traffic.
They were having lock-ins.
Everyone was in the Strawberry. They were in the Shearer bar. They were in the
Shearer was crying in the stands when they first scored.
What a time to be alive! I can't wait to go to James. I was looking forward to that.
Listen. You see Alan Shearer, yeah? Do you know how much you have to love a club to see them in a relegation battle? I said, right, I want to take them over. I've even got a UEFA badge to my name. But I just said, you know what? I can't see this. If anyone's going to take them down, it's going to be me.
Do you know what, man? He turned down Manchester United for Newcastle in 95. Nah, man. He's a savage. That's what you call loving it.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Is it Arsenal or Newcastle this week?
As much as Newcastle are great, as much as Arsenal are great, I think there is one team went away from home and scored 4.
4-1's big, though.
Scored 4 away from home.
You need to turn it in. You beat Burnley, bro. Sit down.
We gave it to Newcastle last week for the great scores as well. Look who they battered. So
no, but Robin, it's not going to be Chelsea for winning 4-1 at Burnley. It's not. Not when Arsenal did what they did on Sunday, and not what after Newcastle did in midweek. We're not going to give it to Chelsea.
Well, Pete, come on. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah.
My vote is Newcastle.
For heaven's sake.
I don't know what you're saying.
You lot couldn't even score. Ake had to put the ball in net for you. Right?
Huh?
Nathan Ake scored
Peter, let him have it.
When was the last time Man City didn't score a goal in a Premier League game? When was the last time Man City lost 2 games in a row under Pep Guardiola? I'll tell you when. 2018.
What's happening this week?
We nullified them out.
Last week, Wolves beat Man City and didn't get Team of the Week.
Yeah, but our performance was better.
You don't know that. Arsenal, the champions elect, the team that's supposed to win the league, they beat the team at home, which they're supposed to flip and do, and we're all crying, Arsenal Team of the Week, when they didn't even play well.
Wait, Oscar, so let me just have this right on Front Street. This is on live TV right now. This is on Wax. You're telling me that Arsenal, that Chelsea's 4-1 win against Burnley was a better performance, better overall team display than Arsenal beating Manchester City. I just want to make sure I've got that clear and understood that very perfectly from you.
We were 4 goals away from home.
You're a friggin'
dominated the game from minute 1.
I back it, Oscar. Back it.
He doesn't believe it, man. He doesn't believe it.
Chelsea.
He believes it more than you believe.
Let's quickly vote this, man. It's too late, lads.
I said Newcastle.
Burnley away is overrated. Everybody wins there.
Everyone wins at Turf Moor.
I just think it's not like Wolves didn't get it last week, guys. Wolves did not get it
last week.
Because of negative circumstances. Villa won
6-1. Yeah, Villa beat Brighton 6-1. That's why.
6 is enough, but 4 isn't.
You beat Burnley, blood. They beat Brighton. You're an idiot.
Who's put 4 past Burnley this year? No one.
Burnley have eaten 4, surely.
No, they actually haven't.
Tell me where.
They actually haven't.
They ain't played us yet, so it's all right.
Anyway,
are
they in trouble?
Yeah, they're gone.
Of course they are.
Gone. That's on Company. Needs to take off his cap and
Silly
get to
cap. Do you know what it looks like? You know those kids that go private school and then they wear shorts above their knees in the summer, and then they've got like the long tie and a backpack and the cap. Brother, looking like he goes London Nautical. Sort it out, man.
Listen, Spurs beat Burnley like 6-1. I don't know why.
Yeah, Son's got a hat trick. He man a madman.
Yeah, they won 5-2.
That was a home game.
That was 5-2 away.
Oh, yeah. They conceded 2. That's crazy.
Shut up. Team of the week is Arsenal, man. What the hell are we doing?
I'm saying Newcastle.
You keep saying Newcastle.
Couldn't beat West Ham. Come on.
Couldn't beat West Ham. Shut up, man. Like, what's going on?
Party on the team.
I mean, in that vein, you did lose to Arsenal.
Give Arsenal their team of the week then, because they're going to cry if they don't get it.
Yeah, they're getting it this week. We beat Man City at home, clean sheet, 1-0. Big game, big title decider. Get the hell out of here. Goal of the week.
Man, like angry man.
Guys, Isak's goal. You know what, Isak, yeah? One thing I love about that boy, he is a player. He's a baller. You know what I'm saying? He can twine, man, and get twine. He's so good. I like him. But the goal of the week has got to be. What do you guys think of Kudus' goal?
Yeah, I was about to say Kudus had a really good goal.
Fantastic
goal.
That's my favorite goal so far.
And West Ham are stocky, you know.
Hey, West Ham are stocky, blood.
I ain't even seen Kudus all year. What? Hey, where's Maxwell Cornet? Is he still there?
I don't know.
But you know what? Do you know what's so funny? Ajax got raided.
Fono's still there as well. What?
Yeah. Ajax got raided. They're currently 14th in the Eredivisie.
Yeah, boy. Good riddance. Good riddance.
We got 10 hard, man.
Team Feyenoord, blood. Let's go.
Oh! Jack Harrison scored a banger.
Jack Harrison did score a banger. He did score a banger.
That's my goal of the week. I remember seeing that and being like,
I'm going Kudus because he literally come off the bench and just changed the game there and then scored a great equalizer. Let's vote quickly.
Yeah, it's got to be Kudus for me, man.
All right, Robin.
Kudus.
All right. Who's not that guy?
I've got 2.
Quickly, let's go with them.
Oh, I have a question for you and Lola as well, Peter. I've got a question for you, man.
Oh dear.
Because not that guy. You know, we tend to reserve it for the men. But I don't know who this new have signed. Yeah, but this Arsenal women's goalkeeper is not it.
What?
Aye, the WSL.
Aye,
WSL.
You see the WSL, yeah?
In the 2-2, who scored the second goal? Banger.
I don't know. It was a banger. That's goal of the week, Robin. That's goal of the
banger.
What, Arsenal's 2-2?
Yeah.
No. So we're winning 2-1.
Chloe the Cass is a banger.
That's goal of the week. I was gonna call her Lacazette, but yeah, that's goal of the week.
Idiot.
But literally, who's your goalkeeper, Pierre? Tell me her name.
Manny Zinsberger.
Yeah, I know Lola knows because she was tweeting about it. I said, let me find out what's going on. I saw the goal this week.
It's smelly. I'm not gonna lie.
She said, Oscar, if I shout for the keeper, we should have won that game. That
Bro,
keeper.
do you know what hurts? Do you know what hurts? Seeing Russo in the Arsenal.
Oh, you gotta love it. Alicia's come
along there.
To the right place.
Why does it hurt? Why does it hurt seeing her go from one team that's not going to win the league to another team that's not going to win the league? Why did it hurt?
Excuse me. Did you see the shenanigans that took place in your game?
I'm about to say. I was about to say. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, that's a good point away at sea. That's a good point away at sea.
Bag
That's a brown point away at sea.
No, but do you know how bad you have to be to make Ian Wright angry about Arsenal?
Nah,
how bad you must be.
It's a mad thing.
Oh, so she wasn't Peter. Apparently,
it wasn't Manu. So it must have been.
The keeper was corrupt.
What's her name? It wasn't Lydia Williams. It can't be.
Just have two keepers. Lydia Williams. Yeah, she was a former goalkeeper. I can't think she's still there. Surely not. Lola, let me know who it was. I'll check that. Pick up Man City's goalkeeper because she was cold. Let's. Who's not that guy, guys?
I ain't got not that guy. I'm trying to think.
Well, I forgot the other one, but it'll come back to me. But there's one big one, guys. There's one.
Oh, we didn't discuss. What's my man's name? Is it David Manley? Is that his name?
What? Mike. First of all, what? AC Milan's goalkeeper. What did you call him?
Bro, I'm talking about the PGMOL guy.
Oh, what? Who? What's his name?
You call him David Lammy?
No, I didn't say David Lammy. I said David Madley, but is it Stephen Madley?
Oh, my bad.
First of all, Bob Madley. If you mean Bob Madley, that's a completely different bloke.
Wait a minute. Did he not get? He got banned. What did he do?
He's in the championship. Yeah, he's back in the championship.
Did he not send them on?
What? Howard Webb?
No, the guy that made the wrong call at the Liverpool game.
Darren England. Flipping hell, man.
We got there. Yeah, he's not that guy.
Why is he not that guy?
Because, first of all, he didn't know what the on-field decision was. So he said, yeah, offside. And then when the decision came back and it was like, oh, right, we've made the wrong choice. And then the game has already been played. They already kicked off. He was like, oh, what are we going to do about it? Nothing we can do about it. Game's kicked off.
Yeah.
Idiocy.
It was a bottle. Oh, Sabrina D'Angelo, Lola. I didn't see.
Yeah, man. She needs to go back to sea. That's D'Angelo.
Wow.
But yeah.
He's not that guy. We need to write this up. I need to bounce.
Yeah.
I just told you it's Darren England.
No, it's not. Right, listen in. So, this player was born on the 15th of March, 1993. In Langley-sur-Marne, France. Quite an interesting career, this player. He has 2 Coppa Italias, 2 Super Coppa Italianas, 2015 UEFA Team of the Year, 2015 FIFA Pro XI. He captained the 2013 under-20s of France and won the World Cup. Best Young Player award at the 2014 World Cup. Also a Europa League winner, an FA Cup winner, and has won many, many things. He has bounced back and forth from 2 clubs in his illustrious career. And this week, he has been brought to the front line because, unfortunately, this player has tested positive of taking performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, my bad. I don't know why that took me so long.
He has now been suspended by his current club pending termination, depending on how severe his test results are, and will be probably suspended for at least minimum to 2 to 4 years from football in general. It has been a very sad career, but unfortunately, the rules do be the rules, and you don't take performance-enhancing drugs at all. So, Paul Labill Pogba, you are not that guy.
This is a sad day for us guys, man.
Yeah.
This is a sad day.
It's a very sad day.
This is a sad day. Him going out like this, it's not the one. This is not fair. This is not fair. AD's laughing. I'm gutted about him for this.
Well, do you know why? Do you know I'm laughing? No, I'm not throwing any stones or anything here, but you're saying not fair, like it's a derby team. Like someone snapped his ankle. Like man was, man did it.
I know, but yeah, I know what you mean. Listen, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, yeah, he's committed the crime, if you will, and he has to serve the punishment. But I'm gutted for him.
Guys,
right,
guys, has there ever been a worse career move than Pogba going back to Manchester United?
Struggling to think of one.
That has to be the worst thing anyone's ever done.
It's up there. It's up there. I mean, he won a World Cup in that time, so you know what I mean? Career move. He got him in the French national team. He was still there. He won it. You know what I mean? I just wonder if this is a case of the PEDs he's taken is just purely for his injuries. And if it is, and it's a technicality why he's been banned, that's sad. If it's a case of like he really went in and actually like OD'd and thing and whatever else, then fair enough. But if it was just because I'm trying to get my muscles back again, it's like, is
someone
it performance
has made a mistake?
I don't know. Maybe so, yeah. Maybe so. And he thought maybe he could have fought it legally. Probably had some lawyers and therefore he could fight it legally, but here we are. Oh, on that note, people, we shall be back next week reviewing the David Beckham documentary. It's
international time. International time.
Correct.
Is it time for another call-in show? Is it time?
Wait, what did I just say? We got a Beckham review, okay? That's going to take
a Beckham review.
We got a Beckham review.
Show.
Mate, we spent 2.5 hours talking about friggin', Burnley and friggin' Chelsea here for a minute.
He spent half an hour telling Oscar why Chelsea ain't got no good centre halves.
That's not what I did.
Such an irrelevant conversation.
We spent 2 minutes on Burnley versus Chelsea. I'll tell you that. We went on.
Okay. If we've got enough time, we'll do a call-in show. If not,
just like Gary Neville, you know that.
Why?
Just skim surface level on every team in the league. Has to give an opinion, but it's surface level. Dude,
wow, that's an outrageous take.
What do you think Gary Neville does? He's up at a crack of dawn. He's up at 4:30.
Man, I'm sorry. To get on a microphone and say Chelsea need a new centre half. Shut your mouth.
Right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Top 4 podcast this week. We're live every single Monday, 8 p.m. Make sure you follow us on X or Twitter or YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, SoundCloud, Instagram, and YouTube. We're live here every single Monday. Next week, we'll be back during the international break talking David Beckham. Until next week, peace.
Peace.